Your thoughts create your world. Your emotions determine your actions, and your money reflects your choices. What if you could master them all? In this audiobook, we reveal the proven methods to take control of your mind, mood, and money. Unlock the power to transform your life, break free from limitations, and start living on your terms. The journey to true success begins now. Let's get started. Chapter 1. The Power of Words. Words have incredible power. They can lift someone up or tear them down. What we say influences not only how others perceive us, but also how we see ourselves. A kind word can spark hope, while a harsh word can create lasting scars. The words you speak to others and even to yourself carry weight. Every time you open your mouth, you are planting seeds that will grow into something. Choose your words carefully, for they shape your reality and the way people interact with you. Our words can either create connection or distance. When we speak with intention, we build trust and respect. Speaking with clarity and positivity can inspire action, motivate change, and strengthen relationships. On the other hand, negative or thoughtless comments can break down walls of communication and hurt feelings. If you are mindful of the power of words, you will realize how much control you have in every conversation. Words are not just sounds or letters. They are reflections of your thoughts and beliefs. They reveal who you are and what you value. The language you use reflects your mindset and your perspective on the world. By choosing words that reflect positivity and understanding, you can begin to change the way you see the world and how the world sees you. The power of words lies in your ability to choose them wisely and use them to create the reality you desire. Chapter 2. Speak with purpose. Every word you speak has the potential to create change, and when you speak with purpose, that power is magnified. To speak with purpose means to communicate thoughts thoughtfully, with clarity and intention. It's about understanding the impact of your words before you let them leave your mouth. Whether you're sharing ideas, giving feedback, or having a casual conversation, the way you speak can influence outcomes and shape perceptions. By speaking with purpose, you ensure that your message is heard, understood, and respected. You are not just filling the silence. You are contributing to the conversation in a meaningful way. Every word counts. This doesn't mean you have to speak all the time or say something profound in every conversation, but when you do speak, make it intentional. Silence can often be more powerful than words, but when you choose to speak, make sure your message has value. Purposeful speaking leads to more effective communication, where every sentence is a stepping stone toward the goal of better understanding. Clarity is key to speaking with purpose. When your words are clear, they are more likely to be understood and acted upon. Ambiguity or vague statements can lead to confusion or misunderstandings, making it difficult for others to see your point of view. To speak with clarity, focus on organizing your thoughts before expressing them. Simple, direct language is often the most powerful, as it ensures your audience grasps your message without having to second-guess your meaning. Clarity also prevents unnecessary arguments or debates that stem from unclear communication. In addition to clarity, speaking with purpose involves choosing the right tone for the situation. Tone is just as important as the words themselves. The way you say something can change its entire meaning. A harsh tone can make even the most innocent comment seem like an attack, while a calm and respectful tone can make difficult feedback feel constructive. When you speak with purpose, you consider not only the content of your message, but also the emotions it may evoke. This helps ensure that your communication fosters connection and cooperation rather than conflict. Effective communication is a skill that requires practice, and speaking with purpose is a key part of mastering this skill. Purposeful speaking isn't about being perfect in every conversation, but about being mindful of how you come across. It means thinking before you speak, being aware of your audience, and knowing the impact your words can have. When you speak with purpose, you are in control of the narrative, which gives you the power to influence outcomes in your favor. It's not about saying what is easy or expected, but saying what is needed and meaningful. Another important aspect of speaking with purpose is listening. Active listening is essential for meaningful communication because it allows you to respond appropriately and make your words even more impactful. When you truly listen to someone, you are able to understand their perspective, which enables you to craft a more purposeful response. Listening also shows respect for others, creating a foundation of trust and understanding. Speaking with purpose is not just about talking. It's about creating a two-way exchange where everyone's voice is valued. One of the greatest benefits of speaking with purpose is the ability to avoid misunderstandings. When you speak with clear intention, you reduce the chances of your message being misinterpreted or taken out of context. Miscommunication often leads to conflict, frustration, and wasted time, all of which can be avoided when you are purposeful in your speech. By ensuring that your message is concise, respectful, and aligned with your intentions, you create a more harmonious and productive interaction. Finally, speaking with purpose is a tool for personal growth. As you become more mindful of your speech, you begin to develop stronger communication skills, which help you navigate various situations in life. Whether you are building relationships, leading a team, or simply engaging in everyday conversation, speaking with purpose enables you to express yourself more confidently and effectively. Over time, this intentionality will help you connect with others on a deeper level, foster mutual respect, and achieve your goals with greater ease. Chapter 3: Silence as Strength. Silence is often misunderstood in a world that thrives on constant communication, noise, and activity. It is frequently seen as weakness or a sign of indifference. However, silence is a powerful tool, a form of strength that many overlook. It allows you to reflect, gather your thoughts, and maintain control over your emotions and actions. In moments when others expect a reaction or an answer, choosing silence can be a sign of deep inner strength and self-awareness. In the heat of conflict or disagreement, it can be tempting to respond immediately to assert your opinion or defend yourself. However, responding out of impulse often leads to regret, escalating tension, or even damaging relationships. Silence, on the other hand, gives you the space to pause, think, and choose your next step wisely. By holding back in these moments, you avoid saying things that you might regret later and give yourself the opportunity to respond with more thoughtfulness and care. Silence can also be a tool for emotional control. When faced with provocation or insult, your initial reaction may be anger or frustration, but silence offers you the power to control those emotions before they dictate your actions. By choosing not to react in the moment, you prevent your emotions from getting the best of you and maintain your composure. This ability to manage your emotions through silence is a reflection of emotional maturity and self-discipline. In many situations, silence speaks louder than words. It has the power to convey disapproval, discomfort, or disagreement without uttering a single word. When someone behaves in a way that doesn't align with your values, or when they disrespect you, silence can serve as a clear message that you do not condone their actions. Rather than engaging in a heated argument or giving them more attention, your silence becomes a boundary, a way to communicate that their behavior is unacceptable without fueling the situation further. Silence also fosters reflection. When we speak less and listen more, we create space for introspection and understanding. The act of pausing before speaking allows us to consider the impact of our words and actions. It helps us to be more mindful of our choices and encourages us to think deeply about what truly matters. In a world filled with distractions, silence provides a rare opportunity to reconnect with our inner thoughts and align ourselves with our true values and goals. In relationships, silence can be a powerful way to foster respect and trust. When you remain silent during a conversation or disagreement, it can signal to others that you are not only listening, but also processing their words thoughtfully. Silence shows that you value the conversation enough to give it your full attention without rushing to respond or interrupt. It can also signal that you are not simply trying to win an argument, but genuinely seeking to understand the other person's perspective. There are times when silence is not just a reaction, but a choice that empowers you to take control of a situation. In moments of uncertainty, silence gives you the clarity to observe, assess, and decide the best course of action. Instead of being swept away by external pressures or emotions, silence allows you to center yourself and make decisions from a place of strength rather than reaction. It enables you to remain calm and composed even in the most challenging circumstances. In leadership, silence can be a sign of wisdom and confidence. A great leader knows when to speak and when to remain silent. They understand that sometimes the best way to lead is by setting an example through their actions rather than by constantly speaking. Leaders who know when to pause or hold back their words create an environment where others feel heard and valued. Their silence allows others to step forward, share their thoughts, and contribute to the discussion, fostering a sense of collaboration and respect. Silence also offers protection. In a world where words can be twisted, misunderstood, or taken out of context, choosing silence can be a way to safeguard your thoughts and personal space. Not every situation requires a response, and not every question needs an answer. By being discerning about when to speak, you protect yourself from unnecessary conflict and keep your energy focused on what truly matters. Sometimes, the strength of silence lies in its ability to bring about change. In the face of injustice or mistreatment, silence can be a form of resistance. It forces the other party to confront their actions and reflect on the impact they've had without needing to say a word. The absence of a response can leave a lasting impression, causing others to reconsider their behavior and the respect they owe you. Silence, in many ways, can also be a form of self-care. When overwhelmed by the noise of the world, whether it's the demands of others or the constant rush of modern life, taking a moment of silence can be a powerful act of self-preservation. It allows you to step away from external pressures, quiet your mind, and regain your focus. This space of calm is essential for mental clarity, emotional balance, and overall well-being. In the process of personal growth, silence is essential. It allows us to observe ourselves without distraction, to hear our own thoughts and feelings without the influence of others. By embracing silence, we create the mental space needed for self-reflection, which is crucial for growth. It allows us to identify areas where we need to change and areas where we're already succeeding. Through silence, we gain the insights that fuel our personal transformation. Another powerful aspect of silence is its ability to preserve energy. Engaging in unnecessary conversations or arguments can drain us, leaving us exhausted and mentally depleted. By choosing silence, we can conserve our energy for what truly matters, focusing on our goals and priorities. Silence allows us to channel our efforts into more meaningful endeavors, whether that's working toward personal development, cultivating creativity, or simply finding peace. Silence also strengthens relationships by providing space for deeper connections. When we choose silence in moments of tension or disagreement, we give ourselves and others the chance to process emotions and reflect on the situation. It creates a pause where empathy can flourish, allowing both parties to understand each other better without the pressure of immediate reactions. In this way, silence fosters mutual respect and strengthens the bond between people. Silence can be a tool for growth in moments of adversity. In times of difficulty, we often feel the urge to speak or react immediately. However, taking a step back and embracing silence allows us to gather our thoughts, regain composure, and approach the situation from a place of strength. In these moments, silence gives us the power to control our reactions, preserve our dignity, and navigate challenges with grace. In conclusion, silence is not just the absence of sound. It's a powerful tool for personal empowerment. When used wisely, it can help you maintain emotional control, build stronger relationships, protect your peace, and navigate life's challenges with strength and clarity. Silence is not weakness. It is the mark of a person who knows their worth, values their time, and is in control of their own actions and reactions. Chapter 4. Mastering Your Thoughts. Our thoughts are the foundation of everything we do. They shape our beliefs, our actions, and our reality. If we want to change our lives, we must first change the way we think. Mastering your thoughts is one of the most important skills you can develop, as it gives you the power to control your actions, reactions, and ultimately your life. The ability to guide your mind, is the first step toward creating a life filled with purpose, peace, and success. The mind is constantly active, bombarded by thousands of thoughts every day. These thoughts can be positive or negative, empowering or limiting. Without mastery, our minds can become chaotic, leading us to feel overwhelmed or distracted. By learning to observe your thoughts, rather than being consumed by them, you can take control. The key is to become aware of the patterns in your thinking and take active steps to shift them when necessary. One of the first steps in mastering your thoughts is awareness. This means becoming conscious of the thoughts that arise throughout the day. Most people are not fully aware of what they're thinking because their thoughts are automatic. Taking time to observe your thoughts allows you to identify any negative or unproductive thinking patterns that may be holding you back. By recognizing them, you can begin to change the narrative and start thinking in ways that serve your goals. A powerful tool for mastering your thoughts is mindfulness. Mindfulness allows you to remain present in the moment without being overwhelmed by the flood of thoughts that often distract you. When you practice mindfulness, you gain control over your mind by acknowledging your thoughts without judgment. This creates space between stimulus and reaction, giving you the power to choose how to respond rather than being swept away by your automatic thoughts. Another technique to master your thoughts is positive affirmation. Affirmations are positive statements that challenge negative beliefs and replace them with empowering ones. By repeating affirmations daily, you gradually rewire your brain to believe in your capabilities, strengths, and potential. Over time, these positive beliefs become ingrained in your subconscious mind, leading to a shift in the way you approach challenges and opportunities. Visualization is another powerful tool for mastering your thoughts. By visualizing the outcomes you want to achieve, you train your mind to focus on success rather than failure. The more vividly you imagine your desired future, the more your brain begins to perceive it as a reality. Visualization not only strengthens your belief in your goals, but also motivates you to take the necessary actions to bring them to life. Your thoughts are also influenced by your environment. The people you surround yourself with, the media you consume, and the conversations you engage in all impact the way you think. If you want to master your thoughts, it's essential to be mindful of the influences in your life. Surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you, and minimize exposure to negativity or pessimism. By curating a positive environment, you create fertile ground for empowering thoughts to grow. Equally important is the ability to challenge and question your thoughts. Just because a thought arises does not mean it is true. Many of our beliefs are shaped by past experiences or the opinions of others. To master your thoughts, you need to ask yourself whether they are serving you. Are they helping you grow, or are they holding you back? By questioning your thoughts, you can discard limiting beliefs and replace them with ones that support your growth and success. Thoughts also have an emotional component. The way we think often dictates how we feel. If you find yourself frequently feeling anxious, sad, or angry, it's essential to examine the thoughts that are triggering these emotions. Negative thoughts often lead to negative feelings, but when you change your thinking, you can change your emotional state. By mastering your thoughts, you not only change your behavior, but also create a more positive and balanced emotional life. Self-talk is a critical aspect of mastering your thoughts. The conversations you have with yourself can either empower or undermine you. Often, we are our own harshest critics, reinforcing negative beliefs and limiting our potential. Transforming your self-talk into positive, supportive language is essential for mastering your thoughts. Replace phrases like "I can't" or "I'm not good enough" with "I am capable" and "I am worthy." By changing the way you speak to yourself, you create a mindset that supports your success. Gratitude is another powerful tool for mastering your thoughts. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you shift your attention away from negative thoughts and appreciate the abundance in your life. Gratitude has the ability to rewire your brain, turning your focus toward positivity and opportunities rather than scarcity and limitations. Practicing gratitude daily helps cultivate a mindset of abundance, which naturally leads to more positive thinking. Mastering your thoughts also involves letting go of the past. Often, we carry around thoughts of regret, guilt, or resentment from past experiences, which limit our present and future potential. By learning to release these thoughts and forgive yourself and others, you free your mind from the chains of the past. This allows you to focus your energy on the present moment, where true transformation happens. The future is created in the present moment, and your thoughts are the architects. Everything thought you entertain shapes the life you will lead. Meditation is a great practice for mastering your thoughts. It allows you to quiet the mind, remove distractions, and connect with your inner self. Through regular meditation, you develop a deeper awareness of your thoughts and learn to detach from them. This sense of detachment enables you to observe your thoughts without becoming attached to them, allowing you to choose your responses with greater clarity and intention. Building mental resilience is also an important aspect of mastering your thoughts. Life will always present challenges, but it's how you respond to those challenges that determines your success. When you encounter setbacks or difficult situations, mastering your thoughts means remaining calm and focused instead of giving in to fear or frustration. You choose to see challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. The more you master your thoughts, the more control you have over your life. Your mind becomes an ally rather than an obstacle, enabling you to create the life you desire. Over time, mastering your thoughts becomes a habit, a way of life. It requires constant effort and practice, but the rewards are profound. You will notice an improvement in your overall well-being, your relationships, and your ability to achieve your goals. By taking control of your thoughts, you take control of your life. You become the master of your destiny, able to navigate the challenges of life with confidence, clarity, and purpose. In conclusion, mastering your thoughts is one of the most powerful steps you can take to create the life you want. It requires self-awareness, discipline, and a commitment to shifting your mindset. When you control your thoughts, you control your future. It's a lifelong journey, but every step you take brings you closer to the life of your dreams. Start today and watch how your thoughts begin to shape your reality. Chapter 5. Focus and Clarity. Focus and clarity are two of the most powerful tools you can possess in the pursuit of success. Without them, It's easy to become distracted by the endless noise of everyday life, allowing external circumstances to dictate your actions. In today's world, where distractions are at an all-time high, maintaining focus and clarity is not just a valuable skill, it's a necessity. To achieve your goals, you must train your mind to stay focused on what matters and clarify your thoughts to take purposeful action toward your aspirations. At the heart of focus and clarity lies the ability to tune out distractions. Distractions come in many forms: social media notifications, other people's opinions, or even our own fears and doubts. These distractions can prevent us from dedicating ourselves fully to our tasks. To stay focused, you need to create an environment that fosters concentration. This means setting aside time and space where interruptions are minimized and your attention can be devoted solely to the task at hand. Clarity begins with understanding your goals. If your goals are vague or undefined, it's easy to lose focus and direction. Without a clear vision of what you want to achieve, it becomes challenging to take the necessary steps to get there. Clarity is about defining exactly what you want and why you want it. When you have a clear purpose, it becomes easier to focus on the actions that will bring you closer to your goals. A well-defined goal is like a map. It shows you where to go and helps you avoid getting lost along the way. Achieving focus also requires discipline. It's easy to get sidetracked by the allure of short-term pleasures or distractions, but the ability to maintain focus requires you to prioritize your long-term goals. Discipline means resisting the temptation to indulge in things that take you away from what truly matters. This doesn't mean abandoning leisure or relaxation. Rather, it's about understanding when it's time to focus and when it's time to recharge. Balancing work and rest is essential for maintaining sustained focus and mental clarity. One of the keys to maintaining focus is setting boundaries. This means being able to say no to things that don't align with your goals or values. Saying no can be challenging, especially when it involves other people or situations that seem urgent. However, protecting your time and energy is crucial for staying focused. By setting clear boundaries, you safeguard your ability to remain concentrated on what's truly important. Another technique to enhance focus is breaking tasks into smaller, more manageable pieces. Large projects can often feel overwhelming, leading to procrastination and a lack of focus. By breaking them down into smaller actionable steps, you make the task feel more achievable and less daunting. This creates a sense of momentum, where each small accomplishment propels you toward completing the bigger goal. Clarity also involves clearing mental clutter. Just as a cluttered desk can create confusion, a cluttered mind can make it difficult to focus. Mental clutter can come from unresolved emotions, negative thoughts, or overthinking. To clear mental clutter, it's important to practice mindfulness, take regular breaks, and engage in activities that calm the mind, such as meditation or journaling. By decluttering your thoughts, you create the mental space needed to focus on the task at hand. Developing the ability to prioritize is another key aspect of focus and clarity. Life is full of tasks, but not all tasks are created equal. Some activities contribute directly to your goals, while others serve as distractions. When you develop the skill of prioritization, you can focus on what truly matters and eliminate the things that take up time without yielding results. This ability to distinguish between what is urgent and what is important allows you to focus your energy on what will have the most significant impact on your success. The power of focus is amplified when you cultivate an environment that supports your mental state. The physical environment around you plays a critical role in maintaining clarity and concentration. A clean, organized workspace can enhance focus, while a chaotic or cluttered environment can create distractions. Setting up your environment to support focus is an effective way to improve your ability to concentrate and think clearly. One of the biggest obstacles to focus is mental fatigue. When you push yourself too hard without taking breaks, your mind becomes overwhelmed, leading to a decline in performance. To maintain clarity, you need to allow your mind to rest and rejuvenate. Incorporating regular breaks, getting enough sleep, and engaging in physical exercise are essential practices to combat mental fatigue. A well-rested and energized mind is far more capable of maintaining focus and clarity. It's also important to be intentional about where you place your attention. In a world filled with constant distractions, we often find ourselves shifting attention from one thing to the next without truly committing to anything. The ability to direct your attention toward one task and keep it there for an extended period is a skill that must be developed. This requires you to consciously choose where to focus and eliminate the tendency to multitask, which can scatter your mental energy and reduce overall productivity. To stay focused and clear, it's essential to create systems and routines. Routines help to automate decisions and remove the mental burden of figuring out what to do next. By establishing a daily routine that aligns with your goals, you reduce decision fatigue and create a predictable structure for your day. This predictability helps your brain conserve energy, allowing you to focus on what really matters rather than constantly deciding what to do next. The ability to say no to distractions is vital for maintaining focus and clarity. Distractions are inevitable, but how you respond to them determines whether they will derail your focus. One way to resist distractions is by scheduling specific times for activities like checking emails or social media, rather than letting them interrupt your work. By setting boundaries around distractions, you ensure that your attention remains on the task at hand, allowing you to complete work with greater efficiency. Mindset plays a significant role in maintaining focus and clarity. When you adopt a mindset of determination and resilience, you become better equipped to overcome obstacles that may arise. A positive mindset allows you to stay focused on solutions rather than dwelling on problems. By choosing to approach challenges with an optimistic outlook, you maintain the clarity necessary to see the bigger picture and find the best path forward. Another important aspect of clarity is self-awareness. When you are self-aware, you can identify when your focus is drifting or when your thoughts are becoming clouded by negative emotions. Self-awareness allows you to catch yourself in moments of distraction and refocus your mind. It's about tuning into your thoughts and recognizing when you're not aligned with your goals so you can quickly redirect your attention and return to clarity. Developing focus and clarity requires consistent practice. Just like any other skill, it takes time to strengthen your ability to concentrate and think clearly. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Over time, you will find that you can sustain focus for longer periods and experience greater mental clarity in all areas of your life. Whether you are working on a project, making decisions, or engaging in personal growth, mastering focus and clarity is key to achieving your goals. Your level of focus determines how efficiently and effectively you can work. The clearer your mind is, the more streamlined your actions become. By focusing on one task at a time and eliminating distractions, you can increase productivity, reduce stress, and accomplish more in less time. With greater focus and clarity, you move closer to achieving your vision without wasting energy on things that don't serve your purpose. Lastly, focus and clarity are intertwined with resilience. As you develop the ability to focus on your goals, you will face setbacks and challenges. The clarity you have about your purpose will help you push through these difficulties, knowing that they are temporary and part of the process. With focus, you can stay on course, and with clarity, you can keep your vision sharp even when the path ahead seems uncertain. Focus and clarity are the tools that allow you to carve your path forward, no matter the obstacles in your way. Chapter 6: The Power of Positive Thinking. Positive thinking is more than just a mindset. It is a powerful tool that shapes every aspect of your life. The way you think influences your actions, behaviors, and the outcomes you experience. By focusing on the positive, you train your mind to look for opportunities instead of obstacles, solutions instead of problems, and hope instead of despair. Positive thinking is not about ignoring difficulties or pretending that everything is perfect. It's about changing your perception so you can approach challenges with a constructive attitude. You can approach life with optimism and resilience, no matter the circumstances. At its core, positive thinking is about reframing challenges. Instead of seeing a setback as a failure, a positive thinker views it as a lesson or an opportunity for growth. Every challenge carries the potential for new knowledge, skills, and perspectives that can help you move forward. By shifting your mindset in this way, you begin to see life's difficulties not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones to something greater. The power of positive thinking lies in its ability to shape your reality. Your thoughts influence your beliefs, and your beliefs shape your actions. When you focus on positive thoughts, you begin to take actions that align with those beliefs. This creates a cycle of positivity that reinforces itself. The more you think positively, the more you attract positive outcomes, and the more success you achieve over time. This can completely transform your life. Positive thinking also plays a crucial role in resilience. Life is filled with ups and downs, and it's easy to get discouraged when things aren't going your way. However, positive thinking helps you bounce back more quickly after adversity. It enables you to see setbacks as temporary, helping you maintain hope and motivation even when challenges arise. Resilience is built on the foundation of a positive mindset, allowing you to persevere with confidence and determination. A key aspect of positive thinking is self-belief. When you believe in yourself, you are more likely to take risks, push past your limits, and pursue your dreams. Positive thinking helps you overcome self-doubt, empowering you to take action toward your goals. By telling yourself that you can succeed, even in the face of challenges, you unlock the courage to move forward. Self-belief, reinforced by positive thoughts, becomes the driving force behind your success. Positive thinking also has a direct impact on your mental health. When you focus on the good in life, you reduce stress, anxiety, and depression. Positive thoughts release dopamine and serotonin, chemicals in the brain that promote feelings of happiness and well-being. By choosing to focus on the positive, you enhance your mood and improve your overall emotional state. This not only benefits you mentally, but also improves your physical health, as a positive mindset boosts your immune system and reduces the risk of chronic diseases. Another important benefit of positive thinking is improved relationships. When you approach others with positivity, you create a more harmonious environment, whether at work, with friends, or in romantic relationships. Positive people are often more approachable, empathetic, and supportive, which helps to build stronger, more fulfilling connections with those around them. Positive thinking allows you to communicate more effectively, resolve conflicts with ease, and create relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. Positive thinking also helps you maintain a sense of purpose in times of uncertainty or struggle. It's easy to lose sight of why you started in the first place. However, positive thinking keeps your vision clear. It reminds you of your goals, values, and dreams. With this sense of purpose, you are better equipped to stay on track and continue pursuing what truly matters, even when obstacles appear. In addition to resilience and self-belief, positive thinking enhances creativity. When you think positively, you create an open, expansive mental state that allows new ideas and solutions to flow. Negative thinking, on the other hand, can block your creativity by limiting your perspective and focusing on what's wrong. A positive mindset encourages curiosity, problem-solving, and innovative thinking, leading to greater personal and professional success. The influence of positive thinking extends to your physical energy as well. Optimistic individuals tend to have more energy, which enables them to work harder, stay active, and remain motivated. This energy is a direct result of the positive thoughts that drive them, creating a cycle of enthusiasm and productivity. Positive thinking fuels your energy, making it easier to take action and keep moving forward, even when things get tough. Positive thinking also impacts your ability to make decisions. When you have a positive outlook, you approach decision-making with confidence and clarity. You're able to assess situations with an open mind, consider multiple solutions, and trust your intuition. This leads to better decisions that align with your values and long-term goals. A positive mindset helps you stay focused on the bigger picture, reducing the influence of fear or doubt. One of the most powerful aspects of positive thinking is its ability to attract positive energy into your life. The law of attraction suggests that like attracts like, meaning that the energy you put out into the world will be reflected back to you. When you think positively, you begin to attract people, opportunities, and experiences that align with that energy. Your positive thoughts act like a magnet, drawing success, abundance, and joy into your life. Positive thinking also fosters gratitude. When you focus on the positive, you naturally begin to appreciate the good things in your life. This gratitude helps shift your focus away from what you lack and toward what you already have. Practicing gratitude amplifies the effects of positive thinking by creating a cycle of abundance. The more you express gratitude, the more reasons you find to be thankful, which in turn strengthens your positive mindset. The impact of positive thinking extends beyond your personal life. It also influences your professional success. When you think positively about your work, you approach challenges with creativity and optimism, which leads to better outcomes. Positive thinkers are more likely to take initiative, seek out opportunities, and work well with others, making them valuable assets in any workplace. By adopting a positive mindset, you increase your chances of success and fulfillment in your career. Positive thinking is not about ignoring reality. It's about choosing to focus on solutions instead of problems. When you face challenges, a positive mindset helps you see the possibilities rather than the obstacles. Instead of feeling defeated, you begin to look for ways to overcome the challenges in front of you. Positive thinking shifts your focus to what you can control, enabling you to take proactive steps toward creating the future you want. Another key benefit of positive thinking is improved problem-solving skills. When you approach problems with a positive attitude, you are more likely to view them as solvable and less likely to feel overwhelmed. Positive thinkers can remain calm, think critically, and consider a wide range of solutions. They don't dwell on the problem itself, but focus on finding the best way to resolve it, leading to quicker, more effective solutions. A positive mindset also encourages self-compassion. Instead of criticizing yourself for mistakes or setbacks, you learn to treat yourself with kindness and understanding. Positive thinking allows you to accept your flaws and failures as part of the growth process. It helps you forgive yourself and move forward rather than staying stuck in negative self-talk or regret. Self-compassion is a crucial element of building resilience and continuing to pursue your goals despite difficulties. In conclusion, the power of positive thinking is transformative. It affects every area of your life, from mental health to relationships, creativity, and success. Positive thinking is not about ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing to focus on what's possible, what's good, and what you can achieve. When you adopt a positive mindset, you unlock your potential, and create a life filled with opportunity, growth, and fulfillment. Positive thinking doesn't just change how you see the world, it changes how the world sees you. Chapter 7. Emotional Control. Emotional control is one of the most important skills you can develop for personal growth and success. Our emotions often drive our actions, sometimes in ways that are not aligned with our long-term goals. Emotional control doesn't mean suppressing or ignoring your emotions. Rather, it means having the ability to recognize, understand, and regulate your emotions in a way that serves you. By mastering your emotions, you gain the power to stay calm, focused, and deliberate even in the face of stress or adversity. Emotions are a natural and essential part of being human. They provide us with valuable information about ourselves and our environment. However, emotions can sometimes become overwhelming, especially when we're faced with challenging situations. Learning to control your emotions doesn't mean eliminating them, but rather understanding their role and learning to manage them effectively. When you have emotional control, you can navigate life's ups and downs with greater resilience and clarity. One of the first steps in emotional control is awareness. Often, we react to our emotions without fully understanding what we're feeling or why. Emotional awareness involves tuning into your feelings in the present moment. It's about acknowledging your emotions, labeling them, and understanding their root causes. When you become aware of your emotions, you gain the ability to step back and choose how to respond rather than reacting impulsively. Self-awareness is a key aspect of emotional control. By becoming more aware of your emotional triggers, those situations or people that cause you to feel anger, frustration, or sadness, you can begin to anticipate and manage your reactions. For example, if you know that certain situations cause stress or anxiety, you can take steps to prepare yourself mentally before you face them. This proactive approach allows you to respond more thoughtfully and avoid being swept away by intense emotions. Another important aspect of emotional control is recognizing the power of your thoughts. Our thoughts and emotions are intricately connected. The way we think often influences the way we feel. Negative thoughts can lead to negative emotions, while positive or neutral thoughts can help regulate our emotional state. By changing your thought patterns and focusing on positive or empowering thoughts, you can alter your emotional responses. This practice helps you remain calm and collected, even when faced with difficult situations. Breathing techniques are a simple yet effective tool for emotional regulation. When we experience strong emotions like anger, fear, or anxiety, our bodies go into fight or flight mode, causing our heart rate to rise and our breathing to become shallow. By consciously slowing down your breath, you can activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which calms the body and reduces emotional intensity. Deep breathing helps you regain control over your emotions, allowing you to think more clearly and respond with a level head. Mindfulness is another powerful tool for emotional control. Mindfulness is the practice of staying present and fully engaged in the current moment without judgment. By practicing mindfulness, you become less reactive to your emotions and more capable of observing them with detachment. This helps you avoid getting caught up in emotional reactions, allowing you to respond thoughtfully and intentionally. Mindfulness encourages emotional acceptance, helping you embrace your feelings without letting them control you. Emotional control also involves developing a healthy relationship with your emotions. It's important to accept that emotions are neither good nor bad, they simply are. Instead of pushing away or resisting difficult emotions, embrace them as part of your experience. When you allow yourself to feel your emotions without judgment, you create a space for healing and growth. This acceptance reduces the emotional charge attached to negative feelings, making them easier to process and release. Cognitive reframing is another technique that can help you control your emotions. This involves changing the way you interpret a situation to change your emotional response. For example, if you're feeling frustrated about a delay in a project, you can reframe the situation by viewing it as an opportunity to relax, reassess, or learn something new. By reframing your perspective, you shift your emotional state and gain control over how you feel. The ability to delay your emotional responses is a crucial part of emotional control. When we feel a strong emotion, our instinct is often to act on it immediately, whether that's reacting with anger, speaking impulsively, or shutting down in sadness. Delaying your response for a few moments allows you to pause, assess the situation, and decide the most appropriate course of action. This moment of reflection helps you respond rationally rather than impulsively, which leads to better outcomes and stronger emotional resilience. Building emotional control also means learning to regulate your emotional energy. Emotions can be intense and draining, especially when we're constantly reacting to external circumstances. To regain emotional control, it's important to learn to channel your emotions in a productive way. For example, if you're feeling angry, instead of lashing out, you can channel that energy into physical exercise, creative work, or problem solving. Redirecting your emotional energy in this way helps you maintain balance and prevent emotional burnout. Self-care plays a significant role in emotional regulation. When we are physically exhausted, stressed, or overwhelmed, our emotional resilience weakens, making it more difficult to control our emotions. Prioritizing self-care activities like sleep, exercise, healthy eating, and relaxation allows you to build emotional strength. When you take care of your body and mind, you enhance your ability to manage your emotions and respond to challenges with composure. The role of boundaries in emotional control cannot be overstated. When we fail to set healthy boundaries, we allow others to dictate our emotional state. Setting boundaries is about protecting your emotional well-being by being clear about what is acceptable and what is not. By setting limits with others and learning to say no when necessary, you create the emotional space needed to maintain control over your reaction. Empathy is an essential component of emotional control. Understanding the emotions of others helps you respond with compassion rather than reacting defensively or emotionally. When you practice empathy, you see beyond your own feelings and consider the perspective of others, leading to better communication and conflict resolution. Empathy helps you remain calm and composed even in emotionally charged situations and allows you to handle difficult conversations with grace and understanding. Emotional control also involves managing emotional escalation. In high-pressure situations, emotions can quickly escalate, making it hard to think clearly or respond effectively. By recognizing when your emotions are starting to escalate, you can take steps to regain control. This might involve stepping away from the situation, practicing deep breathing, or engaging in calming activities. By learning to de-escalate your emotions, you prevent them from dictating your behavior and maintain your ability to think and act rationally. Resilience plays a significant role in emotional control. The more resilient you are, the more effectively you can handle emotional challenges. Resilience is built through experience and practice. As you face difficult situations and learn to manage your emotions during those times, you become more emotionally resilient over time. Developing a greater capacity to handle stress, setbacks, and challenges without being overwhelmed by your emotions is essential. Journaling is a powerful tool for emotional control. Writing down your feelings helps you process and understand your emotions more clearly. By putting your thoughts and emotions on paper, you create distance between yourself and your feelings, allowing for more objective reflection. Journaling also provides an outlet for emotional expression, helping to release pent-up emotions in a healthy way. It's important to remember that emotional control is not about suppressing your emotions, but about responding to them in a healthy and constructive way. Instead of letting emotions rule your actions, emotional control empowers you to choose how to react. It enables you to remain calm under pressure, make thoughtful decisions, and maintain your focus on what truly matters. Emotional control doesn't mean never feeling strong emotions. It means having the awareness and tools to handle them effectively when they arise. Finally, emotional control requires practice and patience. Like any other skill, it takes time to develop. You may not always get it right, but with consistent effort, you will improve over time. You'll find that you become more adept at managing your emotions, responding with greater calmness, and making decisions that align with your long-term goals. As you cultivate emotional control, you build greater emotional intelligence, which will serve you throughout your life. In conclusion, emotional control is an essential skill for achieving personal growth, success, and happiness. By mastering your emotions, you gain the ability to respond to life's challenges with resilience, clarity, and composure. Emotional control empowers you to take charge of your reactions, build stronger relationships, and stay focused on your goals, no matter the obstacles in your way. Through awareness, practice, and self-care, you can develop the emotional strength needed to thrive in all areas of life. Chapter 8. Responding, not reacting. In life, we are often faced with situations that stir our emotions. How we respond to these situations can make all the difference in how we navigate our personal and professional lives. The key distinction between reacting and responding is one of control. Reacting is an impulsive, often emotional response, whereas responding is a deliberate and thoughtful action. Mastering the art of responding rather than reacting can lead to more positive outcomes, healthier relationships, and a more fulfilling life. When we react, we are often driven by our emotions and instincts. These reactions may come from deep-seated beliefs or past experiences, and sometimes they are rooted in fear or anger. While emotions are valid and natural, reacting impulsively can lead to decisions that we later regret. In contrast, when we choose to respond, we take the time to pause, assess the situation, and consider the best course of action. This pause enables us to respond in a manner that aligns with our values and long-term goals. Responding rather than reacting begins with emotional awareness. Recognizing when we are experiencing strong emotions is the first step in gaining control over our responses. Often, emotions like anger, frustration, or fear can cloud our judgment, causing us to react impulsively without considering the consequences. By acknowledging our emotions and understanding their triggers, we create a space where we can choose to respond thoughtfully rather than letting our emotions dictate our actions. Mindfulness is a powerful tool in learning to respond instead of react. Practicing mindfulness allows us to remain present in the moment and create a mental space between stimulus and response. This pause is essential in allowing us to take a step back from our emotional reactions and think more clearly. Mindfulness enables us to observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment, providing the clarity needed to make informed decisions. By incorporating mindfulness into our daily lives, we can cultivate the habit of responding consciously rather than reacting instinctively. Self-regulation plays a vital role in responding rather than reacting. It involves managing our emotions and behaviors in a way that aligns with our goals, even in challenging circumstances. It requires discipline and practice to pause before reacting, especially when our emotions are high. By learning to self-regulate, we gain the ability to make decisions based on logic, reason, and long-term objectives, rather than being influenced by momentary emotions. One of the most important aspects of responding rather than reacting is understanding the situation at hand. When we react without understanding the full context, we may jump to conclusions or make assumptions that are not accurate. Responding requires us to gather information, assess the situation objectively, and consider all perspectives. This thoughtful approach allows us to make more informed decisions and respond in a way that is both effective and constructive. Another key to responding effectively is empathy. Empathy allows us to understand the emotions and experiences of others, which is critical when we are in difficult or heated situations. Instead of reacting defensively or aggressively, responding with empathy helps us connect with others on a deeper level. It allows us to consider their perspective, validate their feelings, and respond in a way that fosters understanding and cooperation. Empathy transforms conflict into an opportunity for connection and growth. A crucial component of responding is practicing patience. In moments of stress or frustration, our natural inclination may be to act immediately without taking the time to process our emotions fully. However, responding requires patience, the ability to step back, collect our thoughts, and think before we speak or act. By cultivating patience, we can make better decisions, avoid unnecessary conflict, and maintain control over our emotions. By choosing to respond, we also create an environment where others feel heard and respected. Reacting, on the other hand, can escalate situations, making others feel invalidated or attacked. When we take the time to respond thoughtfully, we foster an atmosphere of respect and mutual understanding. People are more likely to engage in productive conversations and work toward resolutions when they feel that their emotions and opinions are acknowledged. Responding rather than reacting also empowers us to take responsibility for our actions. When we react impulsively, we may later find ourselves blaming external factors or people for our behavior. However, when we choose to respond, we acknowledge our role in the situation and take ownership of our actions. This sense of responsibility helps us grow and learn from our experiences, allowing us to make more mindful choices in the future. In stressful situations, responding instead of reacting can help us maintain our composure. It can be easy to lose control and let our emotions take over. However, by learning to pause and respond rather than react, we can maintain a sense of calm and clarity. This not only helps us stay focused, but also inspires confidence in others, as they can see that we can handle challenges with grace and professionalism. One of the benefits of responding rather than reacting is that it allows us to think long-term. When we react impulsively, we may focus on short-term relief or immediate gratification, but this often comes at a cost. Responding, however, encourages us to think about the bigger picture and consider the long-term consequences of our actions. This perspective helps us make decisions that align with our long-term goals and values. Over time, practicing the art of responding rather than reacting can lead to greater emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize and manage our emotions, as well as understand and influence the emotions of others. By cultivating emotional intelligence, we improve our ability to navigate complex emotional landscapes, resolve conflicts, and build stronger relationships. Responding with emotional intelligence fosters understanding and connection, allowing us to communicate more effectively and respond in ways that build trust and cooperation. Responding requires a mindset of openness and flexibility. When we react, we often close ourselves off to new ideas or solutions, consumed by our immediate emotions. However, responding with openness allows us to consider different perspectives, explore creative solutions, and find common ground. This flexibility is especially important in complex or conflict-ridden situations, as it enables us to approach challenges with a solution-oriented mindset. The practice of responding rather than reacting can be applied in many aspects of our lives. In the workplace, it leads to more productive discussions, better decision-making, and a healthier work environment. In personal relationships, it helps foster empathy, understanding, and mutual respect. Responding thoughtfully in difficult situations can strengthen bonds, improve communication, and prevent unnecessary conflict. Sometimes the best response is silence. In certain situations, reacting with words or actions may escalate the situation further. Choosing silence in these moments can provide the space needed to de-escalate emotions and avoid saying things that might be hurtful or damaging. Silence is a powerful tool when used appropriately, as it allows us to reflect, gain clarity, and choose a more thoughtful response when the time is right. The key to responding rather than reacting is self-awareness. The more aware we are of our emotions, triggers, and tendencies, the better equipped we are to respond with intention. Self-awareness allows us to pause, assess the situation, and choose a response that aligns with our goals, values, and desired outcomes. By regularly practicing self-awareness, we develop the ability to respond thoughtfully, even in the most challenging situations. In conclusion, responding instead of reacting is a skill that requires practice, patience, and self-discipline. It empowers us to take control of our emotions and make decisions that align with our long-term goals and values. Responding thoughtfully leads to stronger relationships, better decision-making, and greater emotional intelligence. By mastering this skill, we gain the ability to navigate life's challenges with grace and composure, creating positive outcomes for ourselves and those around us. Chapter 9. Creating Healthy Boundaries. Creating healthy boundaries is an essential aspect of self-care and emotional well-being. Boundaries are the limits we set with others to protect our emotional, mental, and physical space. They help define what is acceptable behavior from others and what is not, enabling us to maintain control over our lives and avoid feeling overwhelmed, stressed, or resentful. Healthy boundaries empower us to maintain our sense of self while also fostering positive and respectful relationships with others. Healthy boundaries are not about building walls or cutting yourself off from others. Rather, they are about establishing clear guidelines that allow you to engage with others in a way that is respectful and mutually beneficial. Without boundaries, we may find ourselves overextended, drained, or taken advantage of. By setting boundaries, we reclaim our time, energy, and emotional resources, ensuring that we can give to others without depleting ourselves. One of the first steps in creating healthy boundaries is self-awareness. You must understand your own needs, values, and limits before you can effectively communicate them to others. Take time to reflect on what makes you feel safe, respected, and valued. Consider the situations that drain you emotionally or physically and identify the behaviors that you are not willing to tolerate. By becoming aware of these things, you gain the clarity needed to set boundaries that align with your well-being. Setting boundaries requires the courage to say no when necessary. Many people struggle with this because they fear rejection, conflict, or disappointing others. However, saying no is not a selfish act. It is a necessary step in protecting your time and energy. When you say no, you affirm your own needs and ensure that you can prioritize what is most important to you. Learning to say no respectfully and assertively is a powerful skill that will allow you to maintain balance in your life. Once you have a clear understanding of your needs and limits, the next step is to communicate your boundaries to others. This can be challenging, especially in relationships where you may have allowed others to overstep in the past. However, clear communication is crucial in creating and maintaining healthy boundaries. Be direct and assertive when expressing your needs, and remember that you have every right to enforce the boundaries you set. Boundaries are not negotiable, and it's essential to stand firm in upholding them. Another key to creating healthy boundaries is understanding that they may evolve over time. As you grow and change, Your needs and limits may shift as well. What was acceptable in the past may no longer be tolerable, and it's important to reassess your boundaries periodically. Regularly check in with yourself to ensure that your boundaries are still serving you, and make adjustments as needed. This flexibility ensures that your boundaries remain aligned with your current needs and circumstances. Creating healthy boundaries also involves recognizing and respecting the boundaries of others. Just as you have the right to establish limits for yourself, others have the same right. It's important to be aware of and honor the boundaries set by those around you. Mutual respect for boundaries fosters healthier, more balanced relationships and creates an environment where both parties feel valued and understood. One of the benefits of healthy boundaries is that they help reduce stress and burnout. When you fail to set boundaries, you may find yourself saying yes to too many requests, taking on too much responsibility, and neglecting your own needs. This can lead to physical and emotional exhaustion. Healthy boundaries allow you to manage your time and energy more effectively, ensuring that you can show up for others without sacrificing your well-being. When you set boundaries, you prioritize your health, and as a result, you are better able to care for others. Boundaries are particularly important in maintaining emotional health. Many people struggle with the emotional toll of relationships where boundaries are unclear or constantly violated. In such situations, it is easy to feel taken advantage of, manipulated, or neglected. By setting clear emotional boundaries, you protect your sense of self-worth and ensure that your emotional needs are respected. This helps you maintain a strong sense of inner peace and emotional balance, even in challenging situations. Another benefit of creating healthy boundaries is that they allow you to protect your time. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by the constant demands on your time, whether it's work, family, or social obligations. Setting boundaries around your time helps you prioritize what is most important. By setting limits on how much time you give to others, you can create space for the things that truly matter to you, such as personal growth, relaxation, and pursuing your passions. Boundaries also allow you to cultivate healthy relationships by fostering mutual respect. When you set boundaries, you teach others how to treat you. People will understand what you are and are not willing to tolerate, which leads to more respectful and fulfilling interactions. Healthy boundaries prevent resentment from building up in relationships, as they encourage open communication and honest conversations about needs and expectations. When boundaries are respected, relationships thrive. It's important to recognize that setting boundaries doesn't make you a bad person or mean you're being selfish. On the contrary, it's an act of self-respect and self-care. By protecting your energy, time, and emotional resources, you're ensuring that you can show up as the best version of yourself in all aspects of your life. Healthy boundaries enable you to be more present, focused, and intentional in your relationships and personal pursuits. Another common misconception is that setting boundaries will lead to conflict or push people away. While it may feel uncomfortable at first, setting clear boundaries actually improves communication and reduces misunderstandings. People may initially resist your boundaries, especially if they're used to you being more flexible, but over time they will come to respect and appreciate your limits. In the long run, having clear boundaries helps prevent unnecessary conflict and creates more harmonious relationships. Sometimes, creating boundaries means letting go of relationships or situations that no longer serve you. This can be a difficult process, but it is often necessary for your well-being. As you prioritize your needs and establish clear boundaries, you may find that certain connections are not healthy or supportive. Letting go of these relationships can be a crucial step in creating the space you need for growth and fulfillment. In conclusion, creating healthy boundaries is vital for maintaining emotional well-being and fostering positive relationships. By understanding your own needs, communicating your limits, and respecting the boundaries of others, you can create an environment that promotes mutual respect and understanding. Healthy boundaries empower you to prioritize your well-being, reduce stress, and build stronger, more fulfilling connections with others. Chapter 9. Setting Healthy Boundaries. Setting boundaries is often a painful decision, but it's necessary for your growth and well-being. Toxic relationships, whether personal or professional, can drain your energy and hinder your progress. By setting boundaries, you give yourself permission to step away from harmful dynamics and focus on cultivating healthier, more supportive relationships that align with your values and goals. In some cases, people may struggle to respect your boundaries. It's important to remember that this is not a reflection of your worth or the validity of your boundaries. Rather, it reflects their inability or unwillingness to respect your limits. In such cases, it's essential to assertively reinforce your boundaries and, if necessary, distance yourself from those who continue to overstep. By standing firm in your boundaries, you send a clear message that you value yourself and will not tolerate disrespect. Boundaries also play a critical role in maintaining your mental and physical health. Constantly giving in to others' demands, neglecting your needs, or overcommitting can lead to stress, anxiety, and physical exhaustion. By setting and enforcing boundaries, you protect your health and create the space you need to recharge. This allows you to perform at your best, maintain a clear mind, and manage stress in healthy ways. It's important to acknowledge that setting boundaries requires practice and self-compassion. At first, it may feel uncomfortable or unnatural to say no or to assert your needs. You might feel guilty or selfish for putting yourself first. However, over time, you will come to see that healthy boundaries are necessary for your well-being and are a vital part of living an authentic, fulfilling life. Practice setting boundaries with small steps and gradually work toward enforcing them in all areas of your life. In conclusion, creating healthy boundaries is essential for maintaining your emotional, mental, and physical well-being. By establishing clear limits and communicating them with others, you protect your time, energy, and sense of self. Healthy boundaries foster mutual respect, improve relationships, and reduce stress, allowing you to live a more balanced, fulfilling life. Remember, setting boundaries is an act of self-care and is necessary for living a life that aligns with your values and goals. Chapter 10. Financial Discipline. Financial discipline is one of the most important skills for securing long-term financial stability and achieving personal and financial goals. It refers to the ability to manage your money wisely, avoid impulsive spending, and make choices that align with your values and objectives. Financial discipline is not just about having enough money. It's about making decisions that ensure you build wealth, live within your means, and prepare for future financial security. The first step in financial discipline is understanding where your money is going. Many people struggle with money because they lack a clear picture of their spending habits. Tracking your expenses is essential to gaining insight into your financial life. By tracking every dollar you spend, you can identify unnecessary expenses, recognize patterns, and start making conscious decisions about how to allocate your resources. This awareness is crucial in making informed financial decisions that align with your goals. Budgeting is a cornerstone of financial discipline. A well-crafted budget helps you live within your means, avoid overspending, and ensure that you are putting money aside for your future. It requires you to allocate specific amounts for necessary expenses like housing, utilities, and groceries, while also setting aside money for savings and discretionary spending. Budgeting allows you to prioritize your financial goals and make intentional decisions about where your money should go. Impulse spending is one of the biggest obstacles to financial discipline. We live in a consumer-driven society where advertising and social pressure can make us feel like we need to buy things we don't actually need. Financial discipline involves resisting the urge to make impulsive purchases and instead focusing on needs versus wants. By practicing delayed gratification, you allow yourself time to evaluate whether a purchase is necessary or if it will add real value to your life. This approach helps you avoid buyer's remorse and maintain control over your finances. Building an emergency fund is another critical aspect of financial discipline. Life is unpredictable, and having a safety net of savings for unexpected expenses can help you navigate financial challenges with peace of mind. An emergency fund provides a cushion for things like medical bills, car repairs, or job loss. Ideally, your emergency fund should cover at least 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses. By making consistent contributions to this fund, you ensure that you have the financial resilience to weather unforeseen circumstances without derailing your long-term financial plans. Saving for long-term goals, such as retirement, is a key component of financial discipline. Many people neglect saving for the future, focusing instead on immediate gratification or day-to-day spending. However, the earlier you start saving for retirement, the more time your money has to grow. Contributing regularly to retirement accounts such as a 401k or IRA ensures that you have the financial resources to enjoy a comfortable retirement. Financial discipline requires you to prioritize long-term savings and avoid dipping into your retirement funds for short-term needs. Debt management is another crucial aspect of financial discipline. While not all debt is bad, excessive or high-interest debt can hinder your ability to save and invest for the future. To maintain financial discipline, it's essential to pay off high-interest debts, such as credit card balances, as quickly as possible. Once these debts are cleared, you can redirect the money you were using for payments towards savings and investments. Developing a strategy for managing and eliminating debt allows you to regain control of your finances and free up resources for long-term wealth building. Investing is an essential part of financial discipline. Building wealth through investments such as stocks, bonds, or real estate can help you achieve financial independence and grow your wealth over time. However, investing requires knowledge, patience, and consistency. Financial discipline means committing to regular contributions to investment accounts and focusing on long-term growth rather than short-term market fluctuations. A disciplined investment strategy, coupled with a diversified portfolio, can provide financial security and help you achieve your wealth-building goals. Living below your means is a fundamental principle of financial discipline. Many people live paycheck to paycheck because they spend everything they earn, or worse, spend more than they earn. To achieve financial stability, you must learn to live within your means and resist the urge to keep up with others' spending habits. By choosing a lifestyle that aligns with your income, you can build savings, avoid debt, and invest in your future. Living below your means is not about depriving yourself, but about prioritizing your financial health and future. Setting clear financial goals is essential for maintaining financial discipline. Without goals, it's easy to drift and make financial decisions that aren't aligned with your long-term plans. Your goals should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound smart. Whether you're saving for a down payment on a house, paying off student loans, or building a retirement fund, having clear goals gives you something to work toward and helps keep you motivated and focused on your financial journey. Financial discipline also involves practicing patience. Building wealth and achieving financial goals takes time. It requires making consistent small steps toward your goals and staying focused, even when progress feels slow. Financial discipline means sticking to your plan, even when it's tempting to take shortcuts or make impulsive decisions. Patience and perseverance are essential in creating lasting financial security and long-term success. Avoiding lifestyle inflation is another important part of financial discipline. As your income increases, it can be tempting to upgrade your lifestyle, buying a bigger house, a new car, or taking more expensive vacations. However, if you increase your spending every time your income rises, you won't be able to build wealth or save for the future. Instead, focus on saving and investing any additional income while living a lifestyle that aligns with your original financial plan. This approach allows you to build long-term wealth while still enjoying a comfortable life. Financial discipline is about prioritizing your needs and values over temporary desires. It means making decisions that align with your long-term goals, even if they require sacrifices in the short term. For example, instead of splurging on an expensive vacation, you may choose to invest that money in your future or put it toward paying off debt. While it may feel challenging at times, making these choices helps you achieve financial independence and ensures that your spending reflects your priorities. Automating your finances is a powerful strategy for maintaining financial discipline. By setting up automatic transfers for savings, investments, and bill payments, you remove the temptation to spend money impulsively. Automation helps you stick to your financial goals without having to think about it constantly. It ensures that you are consistently saving and investing, even when life gets busy, and reduces the risk of overspending. Tracking your progress is essential for maintaining financial discipline. Periodically reviewing your financial situation helps you stay on track with your goals and make adjustments when necessary. Whether it's checking your budget, monitoring your investments, or assessing your debt repayment progress, regularly evaluating your financial health keeps you accountable and motivated. It also allows you to celebrate milestones and recognize your achievements along the way. Building financial discipline also requires developing a mindset of abundance rather than one of scarcity or fear of not having enough. Adopt a mindset that allows you to see opportunities and potential in every financial decision. When you believe that there is enough for you to succeed and build wealth, you make better financial choices, feel more confident in your decisions, and attract positive financial outcomes. Financial discipline is a lifelong practice. It's not about reaching a specific financial milestone and stopping, but about continuously improving your financial habits and staying committed to your goals. By investing purposefully, you give your money the opportunity to grow and compound, accelerating your path to financial freedom and long-term success. Saving with purpose also involves understanding the role of discipline. Financial discipline is key to staying focused on your goals and resisting the temptation to overspend or dip into your savings for non-essential purchases. Developing the discipline to stick to your savings plan, even when it's difficult or when you're tempted by material desires, is essential for achieving your financial objectives. The more disciplined you are with your savings, the more you will be able to achieve. Flexibility is an important aspect of saving with purpose. Life can throw unexpected challenges your way, and sometimes your financial goals or priorities may need to be adjusted. Perhaps you experience a sudden change in income, or your goals evolve over time. Saving with purpose doesn't mean rigidly sticking to a plan, regardless of circumstances. It means being able to adapt while still keeping your long-term objectives in mind. Flexibility allows you to adjust your savings strategy as needed while remaining focused on your overall vision. One of the most powerful motivators for saving with purpose is the ability to visualize your goals. Whether it's buying a home, traveling the world, or retiring early, having a clear picture of what you're working toward helps keep you motivated. Visualization allows you to connect with your dreams on a deeper emotional level, making the process of saving feel more meaningful. By consistently visualizing your goals, you reinforce your commitment and stay focused on the steps needed to achieve them. When saving with purpose, it's also important to minimize financial stress by automating your savings. Set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings accounts, retirement funds, or investment portfolios. Automation ensures that you are consistently saving without having to think about it. This removes the temptation to spend money that should be saved and helps you build wealth over time without relying on willpower alone. Another important aspect of saving with purpose is maintaining a long-term mindset. Saving and building wealth takes time, and there will be moments when progress feels slow. However, by staying focused on your long-term objectives and consistently saving toward your goals, you will eventually see the rewards of your hard work. The key is to stay patient, stay disciplined, and understand that your efforts will pay off over time. In conclusion, saving with purpose is a transformative approach to managing your finances. By aligning your savings efforts with your values, setting clear goals, and practicing discipline, you can achieve financial security and the life you desire. Saving with purpose gives you control over your financial future, peace of mind, and the confidence to navigate life's challenges. When you save intentionally and with focus, you create a solid foundation for long-term success and fulfillment. Investing in your future. Investing in your future is one of the most powerful steps you can take to secure long-term financial success and independence. While saving money is essential, investing allows you to build wealth at a faster rate by putting your money to work for you. The key to successful investing is understanding how to grow your money strategically based on your long-term goals and risk tolerance. Investing in your future is not just about financial gains. It's about ensuring you have the resources to live the life you want, pursue your dreams, and create a legacy for future generations. One of the first steps in investing in your future is understanding the importance of starting early. The earlier you begin investing, the more time your money has to grow and compound. Compounding, the process where your investment gains generate their own earnings, can significantly increase the value of your investments over time. Starting early allows you to take advantage of this phenomenon, helping you achieve your financial goals more efficiently. Even small contributions made early in life can grow into substantial sums over time. When investing in your future, it's essential to have a clear understanding of your financial goals. Your investment strategy should align with your long-term objectives, whether that's building wealth, securing retirement funding, funding education, or creating a financial cushion for your family. The clearer your goals, the easier it is to determine how much you need to invest, in which assets, and what time frame you should aim for. Defining your financial goals will help you stay focused and motivated, ensuring that you make informed decisions along the way. Risk management is a critical element of investing in your future. Every investment carries a certain degree of risk, whether it's market volatility, economic downturns, or specific asset risks. However, not all risks are created equal, and understanding your risk tolerance is key to making investment decisions that are right for you. If you are young and have a long investment horizon, you may be more comfortable taking on higher risks with the potential for higher returns. Conversely, if you are closer to retirement, you may want to adopt a more conservative investment strategy to preserve your wealth. Understanding your personal risk tolerance allows you to make decisions that align with your comfort level and future needs. Diversification is another fundamental principle of investing. By spreading your investments across different asset classes, such as stocks, bonds, and real estate, you reduce the risk of losing money due to a downturn in any single market or sector. A diversified portfolio allows you to manage risk while still achieving long-term growth. A common misconception is that investing is only for the wealthy. In reality, anyone can start investing, regardless of income level. Many investment options, such as retirement accounts, 401k, IRA, and mutual funds, allow you to begin with small contributions. Even small amounts invested regularly can grow significantly due to compounding. The key is to start as early as possible, stay consistent, and make regular contributions to your investment accounts. The power of long-term investing is that you don't need to have large sums of money to begin. What matters most is getting started. Continuous learning is one of the most important aspects of investing in your future. The world of investing can be complex, with various asset classes, market conditions, and investment vehicles to choose from. To make informed decisions, it's essential to educate yourself about the basics of investing. Read books, attend seminars, listen to podcasts, and follow financial experts who can help you build your knowledge. The more you learn, the better equipped you are to make smart investment choices and avoid costly mistakes. Retirement planning is one of the most common reasons people invest for their future. The goal is to build a nest egg that will provide you with enough income to live comfortably during retirement. Investing in retirement accounts like a 401k or IRA allows you to take advantage of tax benefits and compound growth. By contributing regularly to these accounts and selecting the right investment options based on your retirement goals, you are creating a stable financial future. Investing in education is another valuable way to invest in your future. Whether you're investing in your own education or that of a child, knowledge and skills are among the most valuable assets you can acquire. Higher education and specialized skills often lead to better job opportunities, higher earnings, and long-term financial stability. Investing in education is a way to increase your earning potential and open doors to new opportunities that can provide a strong foundation for future wealth. Real estate is another popular investment option for building long-term wealth. Investing in property allows you to diversify your portfolio and potentially earn passive income through rental properties. Real estate investments can also appreciate over time, providing you with a substantial return on investment. However, it's important to research the market carefully, understand the risks involved, and have a strategy for managing your properties to maximize profitability. Investing in your future also means being mindful of the impact of inflation. Over time, inflation erodes the purchasing power of your money, making it important to invest in assets that can outpace inflation, such as stocks and real estate. Keeping your savings in low-interest accounts may not provide the growth you need to maintain your purchasing power in the future. By investing in inflation-beating assets, you ensure that your money grows faster than inflation, preserving its value over time. The power of compound interest cannot be overstated when investing for the future. When you invest in assets that generate interest, dividends, or capital gains, those earnings are reinvested to generate even more earnings over time. This process can significantly increase the value of your investments. Compounding is especially powerful when it starts early, giving your money time to grow. To maximize the benefits of compounding, it's important to start investing as early as possible, remain patient, and allow your investments to grow steadily. One of the greatest advantages of investing in your future is the sense of control and financial freedom it provides. When you invest in assets that generate returns, you are no longer dependent solely on earned income. Your investments start working for you, generating passive income and growing your wealth. This financial independence allows you to make choices that align with your values, pursue opportunities that bring you joy, and create the lifestyle you want. Another key element of investing in your future is understanding the importance of patience. Investing is not a get-rich-quick strategy. It's about building wealth over time. Market fluctuations, economic downturns, and short-term volatility are all part of the process. The most successful investors are those who remain patient, stick to their strategy, and avoid reacting to short-term market changes. Patience allows you to weather the ups and downs of the market and stay focused on your long-term objectives. Reinvesting the earnings from your investments is another strategy for accelerating wealth growth. Instead of taking profits out of your investment accounts, reinvest them to generate additional returns. For example, reinvesting dividends or capital gains into the same or other investments allows your portfolio to grow more quickly. Reinvestment accelerates compounding, allowing your wealth to grow exponentially over time. This strategy is key to achieving long-term financial success. Estate planning is an important part of investing in your future. As you build wealth, it's essential to consider how your assets will be distributed after you're gone. Creating a will, establishing a trust, and working with a financial advisor to plan for the transfer of wealth ensures that your assets go to the people or causes you care about. Estate planning also allows you to minimize taxes and avoid legal complications for your heirs, ensuring that your wealth is preserved and passed on according to your wishes. Tax efficiency is another important factor to consider when investing in your future. Taxes can take a significant portion of your investment gains, so it's essential to understand how different investments are taxed and to structure your portfolio accordingly. Tax-advantaged accounts like Roth IRAs or 401(k)s can help you minimize taxes and maximize your returns. Working with a tax advisor or financial planner can help you optimize your investment strategy to reduce your tax burden. Investing in your future also involves taking responsibility for your financial education. The more you understand about different investment options, financial markets, and economic trends, the better decisions you can make about where to allocate your money. Education enables you to evaluate risks, understand the potential rewards, and choose investments that align with your goals. By becoming more financially literate, you put yourself in a better position to make wise investment choices that support your long-term success. In conclusion, investing in your future is a vital step toward achieving financial independence and security. It requires a clear understanding of your goals, a well-thought-out strategy, patience, and a commitment to learning and growth. Whether through retirement savings, real estate, or investing in education, putting your money to work today creates opportunities for a better tomorrow. By starting early, diversifying your investments, and staying focused on your long-term objectives, you can build wealth, protect your financial future, and achieve the life you desire. The psychology of money. The psychology of money plays a significant role in how we approach and manage our finances. Money is not just a tool for purchasing goods and services. It is deeply intertwined with our emotions. Understanding the psychology behind our financial decisions can help us make better choices, break unhealthy financial habits, and achieve long-term financial stability. The way we think about and interact with money affects how we earn, spend, save, and invest, ultimately determining our financial success. Our relationship with money often begins in childhood and is shaped by the experiences and lessons we receive from our parents, culture, and society. The attitudes we develop about money, whether it's scarcity, abundance, fear, or security, can have a lasting impact on our financial behaviors throughout life. For instance, individuals who grew up in environments where money was scarce may develop a fear-based mentality, causing them to hoard money and avoid spending. Conversely, those who experienced financial abundance may adopt a more relaxed attitude toward money, potentially leading to overspending or taking money for granted. One of the most significant psychological factors affecting our relationship with money is our mindset. A scarcity mindset, for example, makes people believe that there is never enough money and that in order to succeed, they must fight for every dollar. This can lead to anxiety, stress, and poor financial decisions as individuals become preoccupied with saving and hoarding. On the other hand, an abundance mindset involves the belief that there is plenty of money available and that wealth is achievable through creativity, resourcefulness, and persistence. People with an abundance mindset tend to be more open to opportunities and have a healthier, more balanced approach to money. Emotions play a powerful role in financial decision-making. Many financial decisions are not made rationally, but are driven by emotions like fear, guilt, excitement, and envy. For example, the fear of missing out, FOMO, can lead to impulsive spending on unnecessary items, while the fear of loss can prevent people from taking calculated risks with investments. Similarly, guilt about past financial mistakes can lead to oversaving or avoiding spending on important things, even when necessary. Learning to recognize the emotions behind financial decisions and controlling these impulses is crucial for creating a healthy financial life. Behavioral economics, a field that merges psychology and economics, helps us understand how cognitive biases impact financial decisions. Cognitive biases are systematic errors in thinking that affect judgment and decision-making. One common bias is the anchoring effect, where individuals rely too heavily on the first piece of information they receive when making financial decisions. For instance, if someone sees a product on sale for $50, they may perceive it as a good deal even if they don't actually need the item. Another bias is loss aversion, where the pain of losing money is felt more intensely than the pleasure of gaining money, leading people to avoid taking risks, even when the potential reward is high. Self-control also plays a significant role in financial decision-making. Financial discipline is often tied to our ability to delay gratification and make choices that benefit us in the long run, rather than opting for short-term rewards. Individuals who struggle with self-control may be more prone to impulsive spending, living paycheck to paycheck, or accumulating debt. Developing better self-control requires awareness of spending habits, setting clear financial goals, and creating systems that support good financial decisions, such as budgeting and automated savings. The way we perceive and use credit is influenced by our psychology as well. For many people, using credit cards can provide a sense of immediate gratification, but it can also lead to an unhealthy cycle of debt. Credit cards may trigger feelings of freedom and power, but they often come with high interest rates and the potential for financial distress. Understanding the psychological appeal of credit and recognizing the long-term consequences of irresponsible debt use is crucial for developing a healthier relationship with money. Social comparison is another psychological force that can affect our financial behavior. People often compare their financial situations with those of others, leading to feelings of inadequacy or competition. This can result in overspending to keep up with peers or making financial decisions based on appearances rather than personal values. Social media can exacerbate this tendency, as users often showcase their lifestyles in ways that can make others feel like they are falling behind. Developing a strong sense of financial independence and focusing on personal goals rather than comparing oneself to others is key to avoiding the pitfalls of social comparison. Financial freedom is often a goal for many people, but the psychology behind this goal can be complex. For some, financial freedom means the ability to retire early and live without the constraints of a regular paycheck. For others, it may represent the ability to live a life of choice, pursuing passions and interests without worrying about money. However, the pursuit of financial freedom can also bring psychological challenges. The pressure to save aggressively, avoid debt at all costs, or focus solely on accumulating wealth can create stress, burnout, and a loss of joy in everyday life. It's important to find a balance between pursuing financial freedom and enjoying the present moment. The concept of financial security is often tied to psychological well-being. Many people believe that having a certain amount of money will provide them with peace of mind, safety, and happiness. While financial security is important, it's essential to recognize that happiness does not solely come from money. People who place all their hopes on achieving financial security may find that once they reach their goal, they are still unfulfilled. Financial security should be viewed as a means to an end, an enabler of freedom, health, and happiness, rather than an end in itself. Money can also be a source of power, and the psychology of power plays a significant role in financial decision-making. For some, accumulating wealth provides a sense of control over their environment, relationships, and the world at large. However, an unhealthy attachment to money can lead to greed, excessive risk-taking, and unethical financial behavior. The desire for power and status can lead individuals to prioritize wealth accumulation over more meaningful aspects of life, such as personal growth, relationships, and emotional well-being. Psychological factors also influence how we approach saving and investing. Some people have an innate sense of security and are comfortable saving for long-term goals like retirement. Others may view saving as restrictive and prefer to focus on enjoying life in the present. This live-for-today mentality can result in financial instability down the line. Conversely, those who focus solely on saving for the future may experience a sense of deprivation or guilt when spending money on things that bring them joy. Striking a balance between saving for the future and enjoying the present is essential for maintaining psychological well-being. The fear of financial failure can be paralyzing, preventing individuals from taking steps toward improving their financial situations. This fear can be rooted in past experiences, such as growing up in a financially unstable environment, or it may stem from societal pressures. People who are afraid of financial failure may avoid making investments, starting businesses, or taking risks that could lead to financial growth. Overcoming this fear requires a shift in mindset, viewing failures as opportunities for learning and growth rather than as threats to financial stability. The psychology of money also involves understanding the role that money plays in shaping our identities. For many, money is tied to their self-worth and social status. This connection can lead to unhealthy financial behaviors, such as overspending to impress others or tying personal value to material possessions. By recognizing that money is simply a tool, not a reflection of who we are, we can develop a healthier, more balanced relationship with wealth and personal success. A key part of managing the psychology of money is learning to set boundaries around money. Financial boundaries involve defining how much you are willing to spend, how much debt you are willing to incur, and what financial commitments you are prepared to make. Establishing these boundaries helps prevent impulsive decisions that may undermine your financial security. Setting boundaries around money also means learning to say no to things that do not align with your values or financial goals, ensuring that your money works for you rather than against you. The idea of financial independence is another psychological driver that affects our relationship with money. Many people strive for financial independence because it provides them with the freedom to make choices without being tied to a job or financial obligations. While financial independence is a worthy goal, it can sometimes become an obsession, leading individuals to prioritize money over relationships, personal growth, or well-being. Financial independence should be viewed as a tool to create more choices and opportunities, not as an ultimate goal that comes at the expense of other important aspects of life. Lastly, understanding the impact of wealth on our emotions is crucial. Wealth can bring feelings of power, security, and happiness, but it can also create feelings of isolation, guilt, or anxiety. People who come into wealth unexpectedly may struggle with managing these emotions, while others who are financially successful may feel pressure to maintain or increase their wealth. Learning to manage these emotions and developing a healthy relationship with wealth can lead to a more fulfilling and balanced life. In conclusion, the psychology of money is a complex and multifaceted subject that influences how we approach every aspect of our financial lives. Understanding our emotions, beliefs, and behaviors around money can help us make better financial decisions, break harmful patterns, and build a secure financial future. By recognizing the psychological factors that shape our financial choices, we can develop healthier attitudes toward money and create a more balanced and fulfilling financial life. Understanding the psychology of money requires us to acknowledge the impact of childhood experiences on our current financial behaviors. Many of the money habits we have today are formed early in life and can be influenced by how money was handled in our households. For example, children who grow up in homes where money is a source of conflict or stress may develop anxiety about finances, while those who witness poor financial decisions may struggle with managing their own money later in life. Recognizing these early influences gives us the opportunity to break free from negative patterns and develop healthier financial habits. Money also serves as a tool for managing uncertainty and anxiety. For many, having money provides a sense of control over life's unpredictability. People who feel uncertain about their future may seek to accumulate wealth as a way of protecting themselves from potential hardships. While this sense of security can be comforting, it's important to recognize that money alone cannot eliminate all sources of stress or anxiety. Finding balance in how we view money as a source of security can help us build a more resilient and healthier relationship with wealth. One important psychological factor impacting financial behavior is our relationship with work. For some, money is deeply tied to the value they place on their work and how they define success. This can lead to overwork, burnout, and an unhealthy obsession with accumulating wealth. Conversely, some individuals may avoid work entirely due to a negative association with money or fear of failure. Understanding your relationship with money and work can help you develop a healthier balance, ensuring that your financial success does not come at the expense of your well-being. The fear of losing money is another psychological barrier that can prevent people from taking necessary risks, whether it's avoiding investments or staying in a stagnant job. This fear often leads to inaction. However, taking calculated risks, whether in investments or personal development, can help individuals grow both financially and personally. The key is not to avoid risk altogether, but to learn how to assess risks wisely, diversify investments, and take informed actions that align with your long-term goals. Overcoming the fear of losing money requires a shift in mindset, focusing more on growth opportunities than on potential losses. The desire for instant gratification is another psychological factor affecting financial decisions. This craving for immediate rewards can lead to impulsive spending on non-essential items and prevent us from saving for future goals. Understanding that delayed gratification is a key component of building wealth can help us avoid unnecessary purchases and focus on the bigger picture. Creating systems like automatic savings or setting long-term financial goals can make it easier to resist the temptation for instant gratification and keep your financial plan on track. Money as a form of self-expression is another psychological factor shaping our behavior. Some people use money to project a particular image of themselves, often striving to keep up with social standards or what is seen as desirable in their social circles. This can lead to overspending, debt, and financial insecurity as individuals focus on appearances rather than their actual financial health. Understanding that money is not a reflection of your worth or success can free you from societal pressures and allow you to make more authentic, intentional financial decisions that align with your values. Money also holds a deep connection to our personal sense of achievement. For some individuals, accumulating wealth is seen as a measure of success, signaling that they have made it in life. This desire for financial success can foster hard work and persistence, but it can also create competition and comparison. Learning to define success on your own terms, rather than measuring it by the amount of money you have, allows you to find more fulfillment in your financial journey. Personal growth, happiness, and well-being should be prioritized alongside financial achievement. Financial stress is a major contributor to mental health struggles, and it's important to address how money affects our psychological well-being. People struggling with debt, living paycheck to paycheck, or experiencing financial uncertainty often experience higher levels of stress, anxiety, and depression. Recognizing the psychological toll that financial stress can take is an important step in seeking solutions and support. Financial counseling, budgeting strategies, and building an emergency fund are ways to reduce stress and regain control over your financial life. Addressing the emotional side of finances can help alleviate mental burdens and promote healthier decision-making. Money can also represent freedom or restriction, depending on how we perceive its role in our lives. For some, the pursuit of wealth symbolizes the freedom to make choices and live life on their own terms. For others, money can feel like a burden or a tool of control, causing anxiety or unhealthy behaviors. Understanding these dynamics can help us navigate our financial lives more effectively. Understanding your beliefs about money and its role in your life is key to reshaping your financial mindset and finding balance. When you view money as a tool for creating opportunities and choices rather than as an end goal or source of stress, you can build a more positive and empowered relationship with it. The psychology of money also encompasses the impact of generational wealth. Some individuals are born into families with significant financial resources, while others are raised in financially challenging circumstances. For those who inherit wealth, there may be psychological pressure to maintain or grow that wealth, sometimes leading to risk-taking or fear of making mistakes. Conversely, individuals from less affluent backgrounds may feel pressure to prove themselves financially, which can lead to insecurity or an unhealthy pursuit of status. Recognizing the emotional dynamics surrounding inherited wealth or financial disparity can help individuals make healthier financial choices based on their own values and goals rather than external pressures or comparisons. The desire to control money and the fear of losing control can also influence financial behaviors. People with a strong desire for control may become obsessed with managing every aspect of their finances, leading to stress and burnout. On the other hand, individuals who fear losing control may avoid making financial decisions altogether, resulting in missed opportunities. Learning to find a healthy balance between being in control of your finances and allowing room for flexibility is essential for long-term financial health. Striving for balance rather than perfection can reduce anxiety and lead to smarter, more relaxed financial decisions. The concept of enough is an important psychological consideration when it comes to money. Many people struggle with the desire for more, always chasing the next financial goal without feeling truly satisfied. This endless pursuit can lead to frustration, burnout, and an inability to enjoy what you already have. Learning to define what enough means for you and embracing contentment with your financial situation can foster a healthier mindset. Enough does not mean settling for less, but understanding that wealth is only one part of a fulfilled and meaningful life. Psychological factors, such as shame and guilt, can also affect how we manage money. People who experience financial setbacks or mistakes may feel ashamed or guilty, leading to avoidance behaviors like neglecting bills or avoiding financial planning altogether. Overcoming these negative emotions requires a shift in perspective, seeing financial setbacks as learning experiences rather than personal failures. Forgiving yourself for past mistakes and focusing on actions you can take to improve your financial situation is key to breaking free from the psychological barriers that hold you back. Wealth building can trigger feelings of insecurity, especially when we compare our financial status to that of others. Social comparison theory suggests we often gauge our success based on how we perceive others' success, leading to feelings of inadequacy or anxiety. To build a healthy financial life, it's important to stop comparing yourself to others and focus on your own financial goals and progress. Money is a personal journey, and the only person you need to compare yourself to is your past self, striving for continuous improvement rather than external validation. Financial education is a powerful tool for overcoming psychological barriers related to money. The more knowledge you have about how money works, whether it's understanding investments, debt management, or budgeting, the more confident and empowered you feel in making financial decisions. Financial literacy provides the foundation for overcoming the fear and anxiety that often accompany financial uncertainty. Educating yourself about personal finance helps you make informed decisions and take control of your financial future. Lastly, understanding the role of money in our lives is an ongoing process. Our relationship with money is constantly evolving as we face new financial challenges, grow in our careers, and go through life transitions. It's important to periodically reassess our attitudes toward money and adjust our financial strategies accordingly. By becoming aware of the psychological factors that influence our financial decisions, we can make conscious choices that align with our long-term goals and create a more secure and fulfilling financial future. In conclusion, the psychology of money is a complex, yet crucial factor in how we approach and manage our finances. By understanding the emotional, psychological, and behavioral factors that influence our financial decisions, we can build healthier relationships with money. Developing financial literacy, cultivating a positive mindset, and addressing psychological barriers such as fear, guilt, and comparison are key steps in achieving financial success and long-term security. When we approach money with awareness, intention, and balance, we can create a life of financial freedom and fulfillment. Chapter 14: Mindful Spending. Mindful spending is a conscious approach to managing your money, where every financial decision is made with intention and awareness. It involves being fully present in the moment as you make choices about how to use your money, ensuring that each expense aligns with your values, goals, and long-term objectives. Mindful spending is not about depriving yourself or restricting your enjoyment. Rather, it's about making thoughtful choices that reflect what truly matters to you. This approach fosters greater financial stability, satisfaction, and fulfillment in the long run. The first step in mindful spending is awareness. Often, we make purchases without thinking about them or considering the long-term consequences. These decisions may be driven by impulse, habit, or external influences rather than a clear understanding of how they align with our values. By becoming more aware of where your money is going, you can start to identify areas where you can make more mindful choices. This self-awareness allows you to take control of your finances and make intentional decisions that support your goals. Another key element of mindful spending is distinguishing between needs and wants. Needs are the essentials that support your well-being, such as housing, food, healthcare, and transportation. Wants, on the other hand, are non-essential items or services that provide enjoyment, convenience, or status. While it's important to enjoy life and treat yourself from time to time, mindful spending requires you to prioritize your needs and ensure that your wants don't take precedence over the things that truly matter. This distinction helps you make better decisions about what to spend your money on and what to postpone or eliminate. Mindful spending also involves being conscious of the emotional triggers that influence your financial decisions. Many of us spend money as a way to cope with emotions such as stress, boredom, or frustration. This emotional spending can lead to regret, financial strain, and a sense of being out of control. By recognizing the emotional triggers behind your spending habits, you can make more intentional choices. For example, instead of buying something to feel better, you might choose a healthier coping mechanism, such as going for a walk, meditating, or practicing mindfulness. Creating a budget is an essential tool for practicing mindful spending. A budget helps you allocate your money to the things that are most important to you, while also ensuring that you stay within your means. It allows you to plan for both short-term and long-term expenses and provides a framework for making decisions about where to spend and where to save. A budget gives you the clarity and discipline to avoid impulse purchases and focus your resources on your most meaningful goals. One of the benefits of mindful spending is the ability to enjoy life's simple pleasures without guilt or regret. When you make thoughtful choices about your spending, you can focus on experiences that bring you true joy and fulfillment. For example, rather than spending money on material possessions that provide temporary satisfaction, you might invest in experiences such as traveling, dining with loved ones, or pursuing a hobby. These experiences often bring more lasting happiness than things, and mindful spending helps you prioritize them. Mindful spending also encourages you to avoid debt by making intentional choices about your purchases. Accumulating debt can create stress and limit your ability to achieve your financial goals. By being mindful of your spending habits, you can avoid using credit cards or loans to fund non-essential purchases. Instead, you focus on living within your means, saving for future purchases, and avoiding unnecessary financial burdens. This disciplined approach to spending ensures that you can enjoy life without the pressure of debt hanging over you. Another important aspect of mindful spending is aligning your purchases with your values. Every dollar you spend reflects what you value most in life. Mindful spending encourages you to consider how your financial decisions align with your personal values, such as sustainability, health, education, or community. For example, you might choose to support ethical brands or purchase products that promote environmental sustainability. By making purchases that reflect your values, you feel more aligned with your principles and contribute to causes that matter to you. In addition to values, mindful spending also takes into account long-term financial goals. Whether you are saving for retirement, buying a home, or building an emergency fund, it's important to make decisions that support these objectives. Mindful spending requires you to consider the long-term impact of your purchases, ensuring that you are not sacrificing your future financial security for short-term desires. By aligning your spending with your goals, you create a clearer path toward financial independence and security. Practicing mindful spending also involves being intentional with your time and energy. In today's consumer-driven society, we are constantly bombarded with advertisements and marketing messages that encourage us to buy things we don't need. Mindful spending requires you to filter out these external influences and make choices based on what truly adds value to your life. This may involve being more selective with the brands, products, or services you engage with, and choosing to spend your time and money on things that genuinely enhance your well-being. Another important aspect of mindful spending is the concept of minimalism. Minimalism is about simplifying your life by reducing excess and focusing on what truly adds value. When applied to spending, minimalism encourages you to only purchase the things that are essential or deeply meaningful, eliminating clutter and unnecessary possessions. This approach not only helps you save money, but also allows you to experience more freedom and less stress as you focus on what really matters rather than accumulating things. Mindful spending also involves questioning the cultural norms and societal pressures that encourage excessive consumption. In many cultures, people are encouraged to buy more, keep up with trends, and display wealth through material possessions. However, mindful spending challenges these norms by encouraging you to define success and happiness on your own terms. Rather than buying things to impress others, you focus on what brings you joy, peace, and contentment. This shift in mindset allows you to break free from consumerist culture and focus on your personal values and goals. Technology can both aid and hinder mindful spending. On one hand, technology offers convenient tools for budgeting, tracking expenses, and finding discounts or deals. Apps like Mint, In-App, You Need a Budget, or Personal Capital can help you monitor your spending and stay on track with your financial goals. On the other hand, technology can also tempt us to overspend, especially with the rise of online shopping, subscription services, and social media. By using technology mindfully, you can take advantage of its benefits while avoiding the pitfalls of impulse buying and unnecessary spending. Mindful spending also requires a shift in how we view money. Rather than seeing money as a finite resource that must be hoarded or spent recklessly, we learn to see it as a tool that can be used intentionally to improve our lives. Money becomes a means to an end rather than the end itself. This shift in perspective allows you to use money in ways that align with your goals, values, and priorities, creating a more balanced and fulfilling relationship with your finances. Practicing mindful spending can also help you build a stronger sense of financial confidence. When you are intentional with your money and make decisions based on your values and goals, you feel more in control of your financial life. This confidence allows you to make smarter decisions, avoid financial pitfalls, and feel more secure in your ability to achieve your financial objectives over time. As you continue to practice mindful spending, you will develop a stronger sense of financial independence and peace of mind. One of the long-term benefits of mindful spending is the ability to reduce stress around money. Many people experience anxiety and worry about their finances, often because of poor spending habits or living beyond their means. By practicing mindful spending, you create a sense of financial security and peace of mind as you align your spending with your goals and values. This not only reduces stress, but also enhances your overall well-being and quality of life. Finally, mindful spending is a continuous practice that evolves over time. As your financial goals, priorities, and circumstances change, so too should your spending habits. Regularly reassessing your goals, values, and budget ensures that your financial decisions remain aligned with what matters most to you. This ongoing process allows you to grow in your financial life, refine your spending habits, and create a lasting sense of financial security and fulfillment. In conclusion, mindful spending is a powerful tool for creating financial stability, happiness, and long-term success. It requires a conscious effort to align your spending with your values, goals, and priorities. By practicing mindfulness in your financial decisions, you can reduce unnecessary spending, avoid impulse purchases, and focus on what truly enhances your life. Mindful spending helps you take control of your finances, build wealth, and live a life of intention and purpose. It also provides an opportunity to develop a deeper sense of gratitude. When you focus on purchasing items or services that truly add value to your life, you begin to appreciate what you already have. By being intentional with your spending, you acknowledge the abundance you already possess, rather than focusing on the desire for more. This sense of gratitude leads to more contentment, helping you feel satisfied with what you've worked hard for, and diminishing the constant craving for new possessions or experiences. Your long-term goals can often feel out of focus. However, when you approach spending with purpose, it becomes easier to allocate money toward meaningful goals, such as building an emergency fund, saving for a down payment on a house, or contributing to retirement savings. Prioritizing these goals ensures that your money is spent in alignment with your future vision rather than getting sidetracked by momentary indulgences. Mindful spending also enhances your overall well-being by reducing financial stress. Many people struggle with anxiety and fear surrounding their finances, often because they feel overwhelmed by debt or a lack of savings. By adopting mindful spending practices, you gain more control over your financial situation and build a greater sense of security. Regularly reassessing your spending habits and setting clear, Achievable financial goals helps eliminate financial stress, as you know exactly where your money is going and how it contributes to your larger objectives. In addition to reducing stress, mindful spending can help you create lasting positive habits. Financial success doesn't happen overnight. It's built through consistent, intentional choices. By practicing mindful spending daily, you develop habits that allow you to make better decisions, manage your finances more effectively, and reach your financial goals. These habits, cultivated over time, lead to financial independence, greater savings, and the ability to live comfortably within your means. Another crucial aspect of mindful spending is understanding the value of quality over quantity. In a world full of consumerism, it's easy to be lured into buying more clothes, more gadgets, more products. However, when you practice mindful spending, you begin to recognize that true value lies in the quality of what you buy, not the quantity. Investing in fewer high-quality items that serve you well in the long term is often more cost-effective than continuously purchasing cheaper, lower-quality products that need replacing. This shift in thinking allows you to focus on what truly enhances your life and avoid cluttering it with unnecessary purchases. Mindful spending also empowers you to make purchases that align with your long-term vision of happiness and fulfillment. While immediate gratification may bring momentary pleasure, it rarely provides lasting satisfaction. Mindful spending encourages you to reflect on what truly brings you joy and invest in those things. This could include experiences like travel, spending time with loved ones, or investing in personal growth. By focusing on the things that bring lasting happiness, you create a richer and more meaningful life experience. Incorporating mindfulness into your spending habits can also lead to more sustainable financial practices. If you are mindful about your consumption, you may be more likely to choose sustainable, ethical products that align with your environmental or social values. Mindful spending encourages you to think about the broader impact of your financial decisions and make choices that reflect your commitment to sustainability and responsible consumerism. This practice not only helps your finances, but also contributes to a positive impact on the world around you. Mindful spending invites you to reevaluate the concept of enough. In a society that constantly encourages us to strive for more wealth, more possessions, more success, it's easy to lose sight of what enough truly looks like. Mindful spending allows you to pause and reflect on your needs, wants, and desires, helping you recognize when you've reached a point of satisfaction. By understanding what enough means for you, you free yourself from the endless pursuit of more, allowing you to enjoy your current financial situation and feel content with the choices you've made. Creating a mindful spending plan requires reflection on your values and priorities. Rather than simply listing expenses, a mindful spending plan takes into account what matters most to you. This means evaluating your spending decisions in terms of how they contribute to your personal happiness, well-being, and financial health. It's not about cutting out everything you enjoy, but ensuring that your money is spent on things that align with your life goals. This intentional approach allows you to feel good about the money you spend, knowing it supports the life you want to live. One of the greatest benefits of mindful spending is that it helps you build a stronger sense of financial confidence. When you make intentional, thoughtful decisions with your money, you take ownership of your financial situation. This confidence comes from knowing that you are actively managing your finances, prioritizing your goals, and making choices that align with your values. Over time, this confidence leads to greater financial independence and a more secure financial future. A mindful approach to spending also makes it easier to create and stick to a budget. A budget is not a tool for restriction. It is a tool for freedom. When you approach your budget with mindfulness, you are not merely tracking your expenses, but intentionally deciding how you want to allocate your resources. With mindful budgeting, You recognize the importance of spending on things that support your well-being and happiness, while also being conscious of areas where you can cut back. This balanced approach to budgeting allows you to live a fulfilling life without financial strain. Mindful spending helps you prioritize your spending based on future goals. While it's easy to focus on immediate desires, mindful spending helps you shift your focus to what you want to achieve in the long term. This might mean cutting back on short-term indulgences to build a stronger savings foundation or invest in an opportunity that will pay off in the future. By focusing on future goals, you empower yourself to make smarter, more strategic financial choices. Another benefit of mindful spending is the sense of peace that comes with it. When you spend mindfully, you no longer feel the pressure to keep up with others or give in to societal expectations. Instead, you focus on your own values and needs, creating a life that feels authentic and true to you. This sense of peace comes from knowing that your financial decisions are based on thoughtful reflection, not impulse or external influence. Over time, this practice of mindful spending fosters a deeper sense of contentment with your life. Mindful spending encourages you to live more in the present moment. In a world full of distractions and consumer-driven marketing, it's easy to fall into the trap of always thinking about the next purchase. However, mindful spending invites you to slow down, reflect on your needs, and appreciate what you already have. By living in the present moment, you gain more satisfaction from your current financial situation, reducing the desire for excessive consumption and materialism. Creating a sense of financial security is another crucial aspect of mindful spending. When you make thoughtful, intentional spending decisions, you ensure that you are not only enjoying the present moment, but also building a stable future. This includes allocating funds to savings, paying down debt, and investing for the long term. By practicing mindful spending, you build the financial foundation that supports your future goals and ensures that you are prepared for unexpected events. Mindful spending also involves recognizing and reducing unnecessary financial commitments. Many people take on subscriptions, memberships, or services that they don't use or need. By regularly reviewing these expenses, you can identify areas where you can cut back and redirect that money toward more meaningful purposes. In conclusion, mindful spending is a transformative practice that empowers you to take control of your financial life. By being aware of where your money goes, aligning your spending with your values, and making intentional decisions, you can achieve financial stability, peace of mind, and long-term success. Mindful spending encourages you to prioritize what truly matters, enjoy life's simple pleasures, and build a secure financial future without the pressure of consumerism. Through consistent practice, you will find greater satisfaction and contentment in your financial decisions, leading to a more fulfilling life. Chapter 15. Consistency is key. Consistency is one of the most powerful principles for achieving long-term success in any area of life, especially when it comes to finances. Whether you're striving to save money, build wealth, or achieve a specific financial goal, the key to success lies in your ability to take consistent actions over time. Small daily steps, when compounded, lead to significant results. In the world of personal finance, consistency means showing up day after day, making smart decisions, and sticking to your plan, even when it feels challenging or when immediate results are not visible. The first and most important aspect of consistency in finances is building habits. Financial success isn't about making a few big moves. It's about creating daily habits that align with your goals. Whether it's regularly saving a portion of your income, tracking your expenses, or reviewing your budget, these small actions repeated over time create a solid foundation for your financial future. The key is to make these habits automatic so that they become a natural part of your routine, reducing the mental effort required to stay on track. One of the greatest challenges people face when it comes to consistency is overcoming impatience. The desire for quick results can often derail our progress, especially in an era where instant gratification is the norm. However, building wealth and achieving financial goals takes time. It requires a long-term perspective and the patience to stick with your plan, even when the rewards are not immediately apparent. Consistency helps you stay focused on your goals, avoiding the temptation to give up when progress seems slow. It also involves managing your emotions. Many financial decisions are influenced by emotions such as fear, greed, or excitement. These emotions can lead to impulsive actions, like making an unplanned purchase or selling investments out of panic. Being consistent in your financial actions means making decisions based on logic and your long-term objectives rather than on fleeting emotions. This emotional discipline allows you to stay grounded and make rational, thoughtful decisions that move you closer to your goals. Setting clear goals is essential for maintaining consistency. Without a clear vision of what you want to achieve, it's easy to become distracted or discouraged. Having well-defined financial goals, such as paying off debt, saving for a house, or investing for retirement, gives you a roadmap to follow. These goals provide direction and purpose, helping you stay consistent in your efforts. It's important to revisit and refine your goals regularly, ensuring that they remain relevant and motivating as you progress. One effective way to maintain consistency is by automating your finances. Automation removes the need for constant decision-making and ensures that your money is being directed toward your financial goals without requiring effort on your part. For example, setting up automatic transfers to your savings account or investment fund helps you save consistently, even on days when you're busy or distracted. Automation takes the pressure off, making it easier to stay on track. Another key to consistency is tracking your progress. Regularly reviewing your financial situation allows you to see how far you've come and where adjustments may be needed. Tracking your income, expenses, savings, and investments provides valuable insights into your financial habits and helps you stay accountable. It also gives you the opportunity to celebrate small victories, which boosts motivation and reinforces the importance of staying consistent. A common pitfall when trying to maintain consistency is the tendency to give up after a setback. Financial goals can sometimes feel daunting, especially when faced with unexpected expenses or challenges. However, consistency is not about perfection. It's about progress. When things don't go as planned, it's important to get back on track quickly rather than giving up altogether. A single setback does not define your financial journey, but your ability to bounce back and continue moving forward does. Consistency in financial matters also requires discipline. Financial discipline means making decisions that align with your goals, even when it's difficult or inconvenient. It may mean resisting the temptation to spend on non-essential items, sticking to a budget, or avoiding high debt. Developing discipline takes time and effort, but it is the cornerstone of consistent financial behavior. Over time, as you practice financial discipline, it becomes easier to make decisions that support your long-term success. The power of consistency can be seen in the concept of compound growth. Whether you're saving for retirement or investing in the stock market, the benefits of consistency are compounded over time. The more consistently you save and invest, the more your money grows. Compound interest allows your savings to earn interest on the interest, leading to exponential growth. The key is to start early and continue contributing, even when it seems like progress is slow. Consistency also helps you avoid the negative effects of lifestyle inflation. As your income increases, it can be tempting to upgrade your lifestyle by purchasing more expensive items or indulging in luxuries. However, if you maintain consistent financial habits, such as saving and budgeting, you can avoid overspending and keep your long-term goals intact. This allows you to increase your wealth without falling into the trap of spending everything you earn. One of the greatest advantages of consistency is the confidence it brings. As you continue to take small, deliberate actions toward your financial goals, you begin to see results. This progress builds confidence in your ability to manage your finances and achieve your objectives. When you're consistent, you gain a sense of control over your financial future, knowing that every decision you make is taking you one step closer to your goals. This confidence empowers you to make even better decisions in the future. Incorporating consistency into your financial habits also encourages self-control. Financial self-control means being able to make choices that are in your best interest, even when faced with temptations or distractions. Consistency in your financial habits requires you to prioritize long-term benefits over short-term desires, helping you avoid unnecessary expenses or impulsive purchases. Over time, self-control becomes second nature, allowing you to make wiser financial decisions with ease. An important aspect of consistency is the ability to adapt when necessary. While consistency is about sticking to a plan, it also means being flexible enough to adjust when circumstances change. Life is unpredictable, and your financial situation may shift due to a change in income, an unexpected expense, or a new goal. Being consistent does not mean rigidly following a plan without deviation. It means consistently evaluating and adjusting your strategy. To ensure that you remain on track toward your goals, mentorship and accountability can play a vital role in maintaining consistency. Having someone to guide you and hold you accountable helps you stay committed to your financial objectives. Whether it's a financial advisor, a trusted friend, or a mentor, having someone who encourages you to stay consistent can make all the difference. Regular check-ins and discussions about your financial progress provide the support and motivation needed to stay on course. Consistency doesn't mean you have to do everything perfectly. It's important to be kind to yourself and acknowledge that mistakes will happen along the way. What matters most is how you respond. If you miss a payment or overspend in a month, don't let it derail your entire plan. Instead, recognize the mistake, adjust your behavior, and keep moving forward. The key is not to focus on perfection, but to stay committed to consistent positive action over time. Another important aspect of consistency is setting realistic expectations. It's easy to become discouraged if you expect rapid results or instant success. Achieving financial goals, such as paying off debt, building an investment portfolio, or saving for a major purchase, takes time. By setting realistic expectations, you create a sense of patience and resilience that helps you stay consistent, even when progress feels slow. Remember that the journey to financial success is a marathon, not a sprint. Consistency also involves making financial decisions that reflect your values and priorities. When you align your spending, saving, and investing habits with your values, it becomes easier to make decisions that consistently support your long-term vision. Whether it's choosing to spend less on material items or prioritizing savings for a home or retirement, making values-based financial decisions ensures that your actions consistently support the life you want to create. Finally, consistency is key to overcoming obstacles and setbacks in your financial journey. Life will inevitably present challenges, such as unexpected expenses, job changes, or financial emergencies. However, staying consistent in your approach, whether that means continuing to save, sticking to your budget, or seeking financial advice, helps you overcome these challenges. By maintaining consistency, you build resilience and the ability to adapt, ensuring that your financial journey remains on track no matter what life throws your way. In conclusion, consistency is the bedrock of financial success. It's about taking consistent actions toward your goals, even when results are not immediately visible. Through consistent budgeting, saving, investing, and decision-making, you create a foundation for long-term financial security and freedom. The key is to start small, stay disciplined, and keep moving forward, knowing that the results of your consistent actions will compound over time, leading to greater wealth, stability, and peace of mind. Consistency, coupled with patience and discipline, is the key to unlocking your financial potential. It fosters a growth-oriented attitude that enables you to overcome setbacks and challenges. When you're consistent in your efforts, you're constantly learning and evolving. Each small decision, even if it doesn't seem significant at the time, contributes to a mindset that sees challenges as opportunities for growth. Consistency helps build mental resilience, allowing you to adapt to changing financial circumstances and stay focused on long-term success. The power of consistency can be seen in the habits it creates over time. Financial success isn't a one-time event. It's the result of daily consistent actions that compound over months and years. By sticking to your financial plan, even when it's difficult, you're creating habits that serve your future self. The more you practice these habits, the more automatic they become, and the less effort they require. This shift from effortful action to automatic behavior is one of the key reasons why consistency is so powerful. It eventually becomes second nature. One of the greatest advantages of being consistent in your financial habits is the ability to weather economic fluctuations. In times of market downturns or personal financial challenges, consistency ensures that you maintain your course. For instance, if you're consistently saving and investing, you may not be immune to short-term setbacks, but you'll be in a better position to recover. A consistent financial plan builds the resilience necessary to face adversity with confidence, knowing that you've laid the groundwork for a stable future. Consistency also allows you to take advantage of opportunities as they arise. When you've been consistent in your savings or investments, you create a financial cushion that enables you to take calculated risks when the right opportunities present themselves. This could mean seizing an investment opportunity, purchasing a property, or starting a business. Without the consistency of regular savings and financial discipline, these opportunities may pass by because you haven't prepared yourself financially to take advantage of them. In addition to seizing opportunities, consistency helps you avoid financial pitfalls. It prevents you from making rash, impulsive decisions that could lead to debt or financial instability. For example, maintaining a consistent budget helps you avoid overspending, while consistent saving ensures that you have an emergency fund to cover unexpected expenses. By adhering to your financial plan and staying consistent, you protect yourself from the common traps that derail people's financial success. Another advantage of consistency is that it gives you a sense of progress. Often, people feel overwhelmed by their financial goals because the path to success feels long and uncertain. However, when you break your goals down into smaller, manageable steps and take consistent action toward them, you begin to see incremental progress. This progress, while sometimes slow, is a powerful motivator. It reassures you that you're on the right path and reinforces your commitment to your goals. Building wealth through consistent actions requires self-reflection. Regularly reviewing your financial habits and progress ensures that you're staying on track and making adjustments as needed. Over time, you will encounter new financial challenges, changes in your income, or shifts in your priorities. Being consistent doesn't mean sticking to a rigid plan no matter what. It means continuously assessing your progress, adapting your strategies, and staying committed to your overarching goals. Consistency also helps you develop financial literacy. The more you engage with your finances, whether by tracking your spending, reading about investing, or learning about budgeting, the more knowledgeable you become. This ongoing learning process empowers you to make smarter decisions with your money and strengthens your financial confidence. By committing to the consistent pursuit of financial education, you continually improve your ability to navigate complex financial situations. In the context of investing, consistency is especially important. Investing is a long-term game that requires patience and persistence. Whether you're investing in stocks, bonds, real estate, or retirement accounts, the key to success is making regular contributions over time. Consistently investing, regardless of market conditions, allows you to take advantage of dollar-cost averaging, which helps smooth out the impact of market volatility. Consistency ensures that you stay the course and reap the rewards of compounded returns. Consistency is also critical when it comes to debt management. Paying off debt can be a daunting task, but making consistent payments toward your debts, especially high-interest ones like credit cards, helps you chip away at the balance. The key is to remain consistent, making regular payments that reduce your debt over time rather than succumbing to the temptation of borrowing more or putting off payments. Small, consistent steps lead to financial freedom, allowing you to eventually pay off your debts and reduce financial stress. In the journey to financial independence, consistency builds a sense of security. The more you consistently contribute to your savings and investments, the more you create a safety net for yourself and your family. This financial security provides peace of mind, knowing that you're prepared for emergencies, major life changes, or retirement. Consistency ensures that you have the resources to handle unexpected expenses without derailing your financial stability or long-term goals. Moreover, consistency in spending can prevent the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck. By developing a consistent budgeting habit, you can control your spending and prioritize what truly matters, whether it's reducing discretionary expenses, cutting back on luxury purchases, or eliminating wasteful spending. Consistent spending habits allow you to make better financial decisions that promote financial health. This discipline helps you live within your means, giving you the freedom to save and invest for your future. Consistency also helps you maintain a positive financial outlook. When you make small, positive financial decisions on a daily basis, you build momentum. Even on days when you don't feel like working toward your financial goals, the habit of consistency keeps you moving forward. This momentum reinforces your commitment to your goals and helps you stay motivated, even when faced with setbacks or challenges. One of the most important aspects of consistency is learning from mistakes. It's natural to encounter obstacles or make mistakes along the way, whether it's overspending 1 month or making a bad investment. What matters is how you respond. Consistency doesn't mean perfection. It means showing up every day, even after you've fallen short. By learning from your mistakes, adjusting your approach, and continuing to take action, you maintain the momentum necessary for financial success. Consistency also helps you cultivate a sense of financial discipline. In a world filled with tempting advertisements and easy credit, it's easy to fall into bad financial habits. However, when you're consistent in your financial practices, such as saving, budgeting, and investing, you develop the discipline needed to avoid impulsive purchases and unnecessary debt. Financial discipline allows you to make choices that align with your long-term objectives, helping you stay focused on building wealth and securing your future. Another benefit of consistency is its ability to build a sense of trust in yourself and your financial abilities. The more consistent you are in following your financial plan, the more you begin to trust yourself to make smart decisions. This self-trust is empowering and reinforces your confidence in your ability to handle future financial challenges. With this trust, you can navigate financial decisions with greater assurance, knowing that you have the skills and habits necessary to succeed. Consistency also fosters a sense of pride and accomplishment. As you consistently make progress toward your financial goals, you build a sense of achievement that can be incredibly motivating. Whether you're paying off debt, saving for a major purchase, or investing for retirement, consistent effort leads to tangible results. Celebrating these small wins along the way boosts your morale and keeps you motivated to continue striving for bigger goals. Lastly, consistency in finances helps you pass on good habits to others, especially to your children or loved ones. By modeling consistent financial behavior, you teach others the importance of budgeting, saving, and investing. This not only benefits them in the long run, but creates a cycle of positive financial habits that can last for generations. The impact of consistency extends beyond your own financial well-being. It can influence the financial futures of those around you. In conclusion, consistency is the foundation of financial success. By making small, consistent efforts each day, you build habits that lead to long-term wealth, security, and financial freedom. Whether it's saving, investing, budgeting, or managing debt, consistency helps you stay on track and make steady progress toward your goals. It empowers you to make wise decisions, overcome setbacks, and ultimately achieve the financial stability you desire. With consistency, you can unlock your financial potential. You now hold the key to mastering your mind, mood, and money. By taking control of these areas, you've unlocked the path to a life of true success and fulfillment. Remember, every choice you make today shapes the future you'll live tomorrow. Keep applying what you've learned, stay disciplined, and watch as your life transforms. The power to change is in your hands. Go out and make it happen. Thank you so much for listening to this audiobook. If you enjoyed it and want to hear more amazing stories, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Your support means everything. Please like, share, and leave a comment below.